Hello, anime fans. We are the Anime Connoisseurs, and today we've got a new tier list for you.
This is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Today we're doing a tier list based on anime characters who did nothing wrong.
Yep. So I had a very weird motivation for inspiration for this video. I actually got this inspiration from a Moist Critical video. So I'll let you guess which one in the comments, but it's a very strange thing to like. It has nothing to do with anime at all, and I just enjoyed the video so much I wanted to make one of my own. So here we are.
Yeah, so the premise of this tier list is we're going through a laundry list of anime characters who have done some morally questionable things, and we're going to rank them based on how amoral or how they're perceived, I guess.
Yeah, like how awful stuff they did, or
exactly. You see them down here. So here's the list of tiers. They're all custom made. At the bottom we have Free My Boy, He Ain't Done Nothing Wrong. This is for characters who we feel maybe are wrongly how do I put this? Like wrongly perceived by the general fandom or in the property itself. You know, they, in the most literal sense, they did nothing wrong.
Yep.
Above that, we have Doing Their Best. A little bit above that for characters who maybe have good intentions, but they just don't really get it. You know, they maybe screw up more often than not.
Yeah, made a few mistakes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just Misunderstood. Above that, we have characters who are characters who maybe just have like a different mindset. It's undeniable that they do a lot of bad shit, but they also maybe don't have it all together. Maybe their mind just works in a different way, incomprehensibly. Above that, we have Poor Little Meow Meow. This is a weird tier, but basically it means like this is a character who is, you know, undeniably amoral, but you just can't help but, you know, feel bad for them anyways. Maybe they have a tragic backstory, something that makes you pity them.
I feel like there was a better way to describe that, or like a better tier to like name that, but you know.
Maybe. But I think it's funny. Above that, Shades of Grey. This is for characters who are straight down the middle. Can't really say if they're wholly good or wholly bad. Pretty self-explanatory. Above that, Delightfully Devilish. This is for characters who are undeniably evil, but they own it, you know?
But we like them.
Yeah, we like them. They're fun. They revel in their, you know, evilness in a way that you just can't. You just love to hate them, you know?
There's a couple characters I know are going there.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Above that, Canceled on Twitter. This is the first tier where we're getting to the hashtag problematic characters, you know?
That's a thing?
I mean, in a manner of speaking, but...
Okay.
You know, this is for characters who are just...
Awful.
You know, they've done a lot of shit. They've done a lot of shit, maybe not even worse shit than the people below them, but they just have that twinge of unlikability, you know, that just doesn't kind of rubs you the wrong way. Yeah. But above that, Do Not Pass Go, Do Not Collect $200. These are characters that we would send straight to jail. No questions asked. They're the worst. Not quite the worst, but, you know, we undeniably hate them. We don't like them. Mm-hmm. And the top of the list, A Special Place in Hell. These are the characters that you just cannot stand at all in any capacity.
All right, now I have a question, because there are some characters that I feel like we're going to get to that absolutely belong in A Special Place in Hell, but we like them. So how's that going to work?
Well, if it's we can make our cases for where we think we go. So
all right, I can already tell this is going to be a very long video, and we're going to have a lot of discussions. But that's
Oh boy, yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
This is gonna be a contentious one, I think.
Yes. All right.
Yeah. First character we have up here is All for One from My Hero Academia. This one, I think I'm not going to talk very long about him because he is kind of just a stock standard evil guy. I'm going to say delightfully devilish because he is pretty evil, but he really owns it. You know,
is he well liked in the series?
Yeah, he's a pretty popular villain in the series by the fandom.
Okay, yeah.
After that, Agni from Fire Punch. Now, this is something that you finished pretty recently, Johan.
Yes. Okay, so this guy is... I think I like him, but he's not a great person. I think he's probably Shades of Grey.
Yeah, I was thinking...
Or the one before. I think when he's a kid, like in the first third, he's probably in the green tier.
Yeah. I feel like as a kid, I feel like he's honestly not that bad. What he does is a little bit morally questionable, but it's survival. It's later in the series where he does stuff that goes a bit beyond the pale.
Yeah, I mean, there was like one time where he murdered a bunch of children, I believe.
Yeah.
I honestly forgot about that, to be honest, when I read it, because we were talking about this before. And
yeah.
I was like, oh, right, yeah. So yeah, I think Shades of Grey is probably a decent choice.
I think he's somewhere between these two. Yeah, I'm gonna say, I feel like he does kind of cross the line in a few places, so tentatively put him at the top of this tier.
Okay, yeah. Aizen
the man. Everybody loves him. I think I think he is pretty. I think he's in the same tier as All for One. He's delightfully devilish,
Yeah.
And honestly, compared to some other villains, like the stuff he does isn't that bad. Like he does mind break a few people.
He mind breaks the entire fandom, bro.
Yeah. He manipulates. He manipulates Ichigo's entire life and stuff. Kills a few people, but who hasn't?
But from an outsider's perspective, he is really cool.
Oh yeah, he's definitely got it. He can get it.
Okay. Okay. Wait,
maybe I should have phrased that better, but you know what I
mean. Okay, I know what you meant. He's cool.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like if Aizen had won, it wouldn't have even been that bad. I feel like he wouldn't have made things. I feel like he's not a tyrant type character that would have fucked everything up and made things awful. I don't know. He's just a lot of fun to watch. He's very
charismatic, I guess.
Yeah, charismatic. He's got a lot of fun going for him.
Is that a One Piece character?
Yes. The next couple are One Piece characters, actually. Akainu, also known as Sakazuki from One Piece. So, spoiler alert for One Piece fans. This is the guy that killed Ace.
Okay.
Yeah. So, most people would probably put him up here in a special place in hell. And I don't know, maybe I don't hate him quite as much as some people do, but I do think I feel like this would be easier if we knew what his backstory was, but we don't really.
Is that the only bad thing that he did? Or was there other stuff?
He did also bomb a ship of civilians that were trying to escape an island. He's just a very radical guy in general. He's no loose ends, gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Scorched kind of.
Exact. Scorched earth, that's a good way of putting it. It's especially appropriate since his power is that he's made of magma.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So he has a devil fruit that allows him to...
Yep. Turns into lava. Control it and stuff.
I see.
But yeah, he's a pretty scummy dude, so but I don't know if he quite crosses the threshold into because there are some characters that I feel much more strongly about that belong in this tier. I don't know. We'll keep him here for at the top of this of go to jail tier, but could move up in the future. Let's see.
Okay.
Next up is Aokiji Kuzan, also from One Piece. He is, I think he's in Shades of Grey, because he's undeniably done a lot of bad stuff, but the recent chapters make it seems like he's probably maybe not turned over a new leaf, but he's starting to reconsider his actions a little bit, his worldview. And he's actually, it's pretty compelling in that way, to see a guy like him, go from a very radical kind of guy like Sakazuki to more even tempered. He has more of the cool headedness to Sakazuki's hot headedness.
Yeah. I see.
Next up is the man, the myth, the legend, Askeladd.
So I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember a lot of what he did, but so for what I remember, he's responsible for Thorfinn's father's death, which I forgot his name. I'm not gonna hold you, but
it was just Thor's, I think.
Thor's, yeah. I mean, he's kind of a cool, he has a lot of, he's kind of similar to, I guess what I'd imagine Aizen is like, not in the sense where he has a lot of charisma, people like him kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of those love to hate him kind of characters.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely done a lot of bad stuff, but it's not worse than, I don't know, Floki or some of the other characters from Vinland Saga. I don't.
Do you remember what he did? Like
basic pirate Viking kind of stuff, pillage and plunder.
Aside from killing Thor's, he pretty much just does basic pirate stuff.
Yeah, and
villages, killing the civilians, stuff like that.
And remember, this is war, so you gotta do what you gotta do, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I really like Askeladd.
War, but then there's absolute murder of indiscriminate murder of civilians, and
yeah, I mean, I feel like he is not the type to go, above and beyond when doing his thing.
He's not as bad about it as a lot of the other.
Totally.
The age, but
he's also pretty smart. He has a good sense of what's the word I'm looking for? Utilitarianism, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a pragmatist. He doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't think about things in terms of cruelty or justice. He just does what he needs to do.
Yeah.
So I think somewhere between Shades of Grey and Delightfully Devilish.
Honestly, I think Shades of Grey. I don't think he's that bad.
Yeah, I think so too.
Do you think he's under the One Piece character? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I think ascending order is how bad they are. Okay. So Askeladd worse than Kuzan.
Okay.
Big Mom.
All right.
Now this is an interesting one. Big Mom's a very interesting character. She's probably my second favorite of the emperors. Aside from I don't know. I just think she's pretty fascinating, surprisingly fascinating as a character because her backstory makes it clear that she is in a very unique situation. She never really had a chance to grow up, so to speak. So never really had anyone to tell her no. So she just kind of developed these unhealthy and immoral habits that just kind of spiraled out of control. And there are parts of this story that make it clear that she does have some good in her. She does care about people who are nice to her, and she does feel like she wants to make the world a better place, kinda. But I don't know. She's just warped. She's just been warped into by her circumstances and her unique situation that I feel like she isn't really aware of what she's doing is wrong because no one really has the guts to tell her that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I honestly feel like Big Mom is just misunderstood. I feel like
All
if
right.
someone really was able to like stand up to her, she could potentially turn over a new leaf. But who knows?
What is
Anyways,
this character?
Bondrewd for me.
Okay, I'm excited for these next two. Because you kind of lined them up perfectly. These two are both guilty of sort of the same kind of crime, although
Oh boy.
I put them on very different ends of this. So first up, we have Bondrewd from Made in Abyss.
You've watched the movie.
Yes, I have watched the movie.
Okay, yeah. So I was wondering if that's where you got the idea to put this guy on.
Yeah, so this man,
Woof.
well, both these characters guilty of sort of experimenting on children, using them to further their whatever their agendas are.
Yeah.
This guy is freaking pretty awful. Literally, sort of manipulated a little girl into loving him like a father just so he could sacrifice her and become
Yeah.
a wolf. So yeah,
Okay.
He's pretty. I mean, yeah.
no
100
ethical kind of
children.
considerations.
Yeah.
Not a nice person.
Just in the name of science, I'm going to do this.
Yeah. Very Subarashi.
He definitely deserves to be in a special deserves a special place in hell, but he's fucking cool as hell. He's cool.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like there's just what makes him kind of more unsettling. I feel like is like the way that he is just the way he talks makes it feel like he genuinely does love his quote unquote daughter and possibly even the other children that he sacrificed, but his mind is so warped by the abyss that he sees like his torturing and mutilation of them and his love as one and the same. Like he sees what he does to them as a blessing. It's really messed up and fascinating at the same
more
time.
than that, it's not just the children. He is willing to do such things to himself as well.
That's part of it. Like he sacrificed his body, and like he basically surrendered himself to the abyss.
He's like such a perfect kind of antagonist for this sort of eldritch, Lovecraftian kind of setting that Made in Abyss is.
Mm-hmm.
And so next up we have.
Do you guys think I would like Made in Abyss or
what?
Do you guys think I would like Made in Abyss or?
Maybe I don't know. There's some parts that maybe you wouldn't be too keen on just because of the aesthetic, but I think it's a fantastic show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, keep going.
Next up we have Catherine Elizabeth Halsey from Halo. Halo has an anime, so I was able to get this in through technicality. One of my favorite characters in fiction, actually. And her, so she also like ends up experimenting on kids to create super soldiers. But I feel, and I'm talking about this through the context of the original Halo lore from Bungie. I don't hate 343, but they've handled this character absolutely terribly. And like, if we were just going by 343's lore, she would like get a special place in hell. But it's like two different characters how they portrayed her. So Halsey like very clearly understands how the horrible things she's doing, but like it's very understandable why she feels like it's necessary because there is like an existential threat to humanity that she's trying to fight. Like even before like aliens start wiping out humanity, humans themselves are on the brink of like some really, really bad interstellar war that is like projected to basically never end. Just intergalactic nuclear war, and she was trying to find any way to prevent this.
What games is she in?
Say again?
What games is she in?
This she is primarily a character in the novels. She starts showing up in games around Halo Reach.
Okay.
But yeah, like prime example of the path to hell being paved in good intentions, and
Mm-hmm.
she's been she's been trying to sort of make up for it ever since.
Hmm.
I think I would put her in misunderstood.
Oh, you think so?
No, I think Shades of Grey. Shades of Grey is more fitting. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Is she above Ocelot or?
Uh, yeah, because she's genuinely trying to do a good thing. She just did it through some horrible
So,
methods.
so she's worse than Ocelot.
I mean, I guess. I mean, from what it sounds like, she maybe has done worse things like per capita than Askeladd, but maybe she's more uh repentant. I guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's say they're about equal then.
All right.
Next up, we have
Next
Char.
up, Char Aznable, Mobile Suit Gundam. What a roller coaster of uh, what a roller coaster of character and motivations. So starts out as the main antagonist of the original Mobile Suit Gundam. Uh, ends up betraying the antagonists. Although not quite being a good guy, he is fighting like a little fascist dictatorship.
Mm-hmm.
Although one of the people he kills uh, in the process of that doesn't really deserve it. Garner's like he kills someone who thought of him as a best friend, looked up to him,
Damn.
and
Hate to
himself
see it.
wasn't really as bad of a person as like his family, who were like straight up fascist mass murderers. And so we get to next series, Zeta Gundam. Now he is a protagonist and sort of the mentor to the main protagonist of that series, and we see him like sort of uh, going to start making positive changes in the world. Starting fighting for what for sort of independence for like the people who live in space, which is a major theme in Gundam.
Yeah.
Uh, at the end of that series, shit goes down. Everyone he loves is dead or in some really bad shape, and that breaks him.
Ooh.
And so last time we see him is in the movie Char's Counterattack, where he is the sort of final antagonist, and his motivations in that movie are all over the place. He claims he wants to like free Earth, free space from Earth by sort of basically destroying the planet, killing everything on
Oh,
it.
this is the one with the meteor, right?
Yeah, he is like his motivations are somewhere between bioterrorist or eco-terrorist and just petty revenge
Mm-hmm.
for for his girlfriend that got killed
Oh, it's
like
always the
decades ago.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
I am very much simplifying all the stuff that goes on with this character, but he is great. But I would put him in. I I think delightfully devilish.
Oh.
No, I'm not sure he quite gets to that delightfully devilish, but yeah, let's put it. He's not like a two dimensional like
Yeah, he's
villain,
not quite like he's not like just a
but
straight up mustache twirling bad guy.
yeah,
Mhm.
but he ends up in a pretty bad place.
Yeah.
Is this a Hunter x Hunter character?
Yes, this is Crollo from Hunter x Hunter, and I'm going to be talking about Crollo and just kind of just kind of the Phantom Troop as a whole,
Mhm.
because I think they're one of the one of the best villain groups in anime. They're really entertaining and really fascinating to look at.
Mhm.
Crollo had like the Phantom Troop has done a lot of bad stuff I mean, including but not limited to the massacre of the Kurta clan, which comparably would be is like the Uchiha clan massacre in Naruto.
Okay.
But they're also they're just kind of a crew of broken people with no real place in the world who, they genuinely care about each other. They see each other. I would say that they see each other as family to a certain extent. And I'm not including Hisoka even in the Phantom Troop, even though he was technically a part of it. He was just kind of there.
So he's literally like the Orochimaru of the series.
Yeah, he kind of is. That is actually a pretty good comparison now that I think about it. Yeah, he's just kind of there to, fight Crollo and get off on that.
Yeah, I see.
But I don't know. I mean, you could say that they're hypocritical, maybe, but I don't know. They're very charming. I think, Delightfully Devilish is where they stand.
Okay. I feel like this is going to be a very popular tier.
Before we move on to the next one, you know what? Put Char up. Bring Char up to poor little Mew Mew. His story is kind of tragic.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
This guy, I fucking hate this guy.
So
I can't stand him when we watch this movie.
Yeah, so that's Cornelius from Kar no Kyokai. He's just kind of a weirdo, to be honest.
Dickhead.
Yeah, he is a little bit of a dickhead, but I didn't include Arya Soren because I just felt like it would be kind of boring. And he just ended up
he's just kind of he's pretty one note. I feel like.
Well, maybe not necessarily that.
Well,
but
not one note, but
I think he would just end up like where.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would just end up like where a lot of the characters are going to already end up.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't think this guy is like horrible unless there's like stuff like in the comics, and like I don't know, the light novel that he does differently or something. I don't think he's definitely not a special place in hell. He's not that.
He's at least canceled on Twitter, right?
I think he's just weird. Okay, so why is he canceled on Twitter? He lick
he did lick what he thought was he did lick what he thought was Toko's severed head, right?
Okay, that's just
that weird fetish for fucking her corpse or whatever.
That's just weird. I don't think that's okay. Maybe that is canceling. I don't know.
I don't like this guy.
Let's just put him there because he's not really likable enough.
I mean, he didn't even have like magic powers or anything.
Is Gilgamesh on this list?
What
is Gilgamesh here?
Gilgamesh? No, I didn't. Put him on here.
All right, where would we put him? He's probably in
probably Delightfully Devilish.
Yeah, I think so. Actually, no, he's probably canceled on Twitter because of stuff.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because all that stuff he did with
in the past. No, just in the past. Like,
well, yeah, that too.
He was like literally a walking like a
walking ad for Me Too.
No. He's a walking oh my god, how am I blanking on this? What's the tag thing that no one likes? NTR. No, he's literally a walking NTR. That's
god. Ugh.
In the past.
Yeah.
But he's sick. He's sick.
But like since we have like a Natsuverse villain here, like I think like we could have also like just included the sort of the Mages Association as a whole.
Oh yeah, dang.
That's its own bag. That's its own bag of worms. But
damn.
Yeah. We didn't look forward that far, so.
So like a lot of characters that we just didn't include were just stuff that like we kind of it'd be pretty obvious where they would go, or like it just
that's not a lot. It's just characters that there isn't a lot to talk about. Also, this is ostensibly for characters who you would at some point see in a Twitter thread some dude bro with a Zoro PFP saying, "Oh, they did nothing wrong," they're actually the good guys.
But like, I think everyone like agrees that like Gilgamesh was like pretty bad.
Yeah,
but, like, we just like him anyway because he's cool. I mean, and he's a pretty charismatic. Anyways,
Danzo.
Oh my god. Okay, I
know where to put this guy.
I have a list of this man's sins that we're going to read. All right, so he basically had the Uchihas killed because, by manipulating Itachi, he tried to kill Kabuto when he served as a spy. He tried to have the third Hokage assassinated, tricked Hanzo to kill Yahiko, Konan, and Nagato, abducted kids and ninjas for test experiments, tried to trick Kakashi into working with him, made Sai and his brother fight to the death, took eyes from the Uchiha and put it in his arm.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can assume that, like, if something bad happens in Naruto, there's, like, at least a 40% chance that Danzo was involved in some way.
He's literally the reason why multiple villains exist. And
Yeah.
remember when in the Pain Assault arc where there was like a messenger frog that was like going to like talk to Naruto.
Yeah, and he killed that.
Yeah, he just kills it. Like, okay, I don't think I'm gonna be honest, I don't think he's a special place in hell. I don't think
so.
I don't think he's as bad. And the reason why is because he's a shonen character.
Oh yeah, I feel like if Naruto was saying it, I feel like he would be much more hateable.
I think he's there. He listen, no one likes him. Like I've met people that are like, "Oh, yo, bro, Danzo's my favorite character." Like, no,
Really?
you're delusional, bro.
Yeah, Danzo's a certain kind of villain that's like he's really aggravating because he's the kind of villain that you would see in real life. You know, just this cowering, like sniveling guy who just gets his, you know, he gets power by, you know, stirring up fear and you know, like he barely does any of the work himself, and the power that he does have is
he's like a modern day politician.
Yeah, exactly, and that's yeah, I think he is. He and Akainu are in pretty similar positions in that way.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I mean, at least Akainu was like didn't need to fucking steal 100 people's eyes just to be a threat.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't.
Oh, you don't want to put him in a special place in hell?
No, I don't think he's that bad.
He's at the very top of this list, at least.
I think there are other characters that are way worse than him. All right, Diavolo.
Yeah,
people like him, right?
Yeah, I think we could. I was thinking this would. I would try. I couldn't find a good image of Doppio, and I would have put him on this list if I did. But maybe we can put this as like a dual thing since they're kind of sort of the same person.
Well, I think Doppio would probably be like "Free My Boy" or something, right?
Well, I mean, Doppio has, you know, done some stuff too. Like he is still.
Doppio is still very much complicit with.
I mean, yeah, he is still like the underboss of the most powerful gang in Italy. So
yeah. So what did he want to do? He basically wanted to just take over, like.
Well, he wanted to specifically what he wanted to do was, you know, become completely invincible and unknowable. That like no one could expose him. No one could discover his true identity.
Yeah, he would have had a really good time if he had Yoshikage Kira's stand, but
yeah,
like the bites to the dust, like that.
Yeah, the joke of that thing is the running joke is like Kira and Diavolo meet each other, and it's like, and they're both like, I see you've discovered my secret. Now I'm gonna have to kill you, and they just kill each other.
Yeah. All right, so what even like what are the things he's done poorly? I mean, he killed a couple people.
I mean, he's basically like the runner of a massive drug cartel.
Okay,
he's killed hundreds, if not thousands, of people. I mean, just general mafia stuff.
So would that go to jail because he's like? I mean, I guess you could kind of think of him as like,
yeah,
El Chapo or something.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think he's like that hated. It's just that, I mean, on paper, he is technically in this tier.
Yeah. If we were talking about just Doppio, we might go down a couple tiers, but
yeah,
because I do feel like, I mean, Doppio has done some awful shit, but I do feel like he is also kind of a victim of this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, collectively they're up here.
He's also like not entirely maniacal. He kind of just wants to. He's a little bit like Kira, so he just wants to like go on with his life.
Yeah. Similar to Kira. We'll get to him at some point.
Okay, the boy Dio. Everyone likes him. Literally. Okay, is he delightfully devilish? I think he is awesome.
He might be, yeah.
Okay, so he kills a dog. But like honestly, he's kind of like, okay, I don't want to bring up a real world example because that would kind of like that would not be good. Let's not do that. But okay, so you know those these well-known people that do horrible stuff, but they do one thing very well, and when they do that one thing very well, people forgive them on Twitter.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I think that describes Dio perfectly because everyone likes him. I mean, he's so cool.
Yeah,
like,
he's just got the sauce, you know. He's got the drip.
He's got the he's got like the charisma. Everyone likes him, and Like,
he's like an unapologetic, just evil, maniacal bastard. He knows it and he loves it.
Exactly.
He loves him for it.
yeah, I don't think he would quite get canceled on Twitter because people actually like him. That's the
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, probably the top of this tier because he does do some terrible stuff. Like he kills
Yeah.
a dog. He
basically like gaslights Jonathan for the first 12 years of their life.
yeah, exactly. I mean, he's like responsible for Jonathan's death. And
Yeah.
then, you know, later on, he just kidnaps a bunch of people. He doesn't kidnap people. They just follow him, and then he just like brainwashes them into, you know, serving them.
Yeah.
But like, he doesn't do like a bunch of horrible shit compared to like characters above. But he's still like, you know, not the best. I think his worst deed is probably killing the dog, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
There's also slaughtering and eating people. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, but listen, he's a vampire, so like, he has to do it, you know.
I mean, he also chose to become a vampire, so
it's not even
it's
him.
not like this is like, oh, woe is me, I have to do this thing. I'm so filled with angst. It's like,
No, he's enjoying it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he does eat some people, but like, I don't know. I think it, but like at that point, it's more of a he became a vampire not because he wanted to eat people. He became a vampire to gain power.
I guess, and yeah, I mean, and he was willing to eat people to have to eat people to do that. So
Yeah, and like also he did try to kill Jonathan's father.
he did kill Jonathan's father.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. He like No, he did. You're right.
He tried to kill Jojo and freaking
Yeah.
his dad got in the way.
Okay, yeah,
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen part one, so and by a while,
And he was poisoning the guy the whole time anyway.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about. He was poisoning him, but all right, yeah. So I think Delightfully Devilish is fair.
Yeah.
All right, what's next? Oh,
Doflamingo.
people like him, right?
Oh, he's very popular. He's in a very similar position to Dio. I feel like I feel like Doflamingo is maybe a little bit worse than Dio. Honestly, he maybe would go up to canceled on Twitter for a few reasons. Like it is implied by Oda that he like may have sexually assaulted someone or a few people.
Okay. I mean, he is a pirate, so like,
yeah,
that's like kind of common, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple other things he is that would you know make that make sense, but yeah, he also like gaslighted a whole country into thinking he was a good guy while enslaving them.
Okay.
And manipulating their memories. What else?
What is his ability, by the way?
His ability, he has the string fruit, which allows him to like produce strings out of his body, and you can use them as like attacks, or like to trap people, or you can also use them as like marionette strings to control people, like puppets.
Interesting. I've actually no one ever talks about it, like his powers.
Yeah.
When I see it, like as an outsider.
Yeah, and he did that to like
for example, I know exactly what Aizen does, but like I've never heard people talk about like One Piece.
I think because One Piece villains don't get talked about as much as Naruto and Bleach villains. But anyway, like he did that to like a whole he manipulated like a whole army like that, and basically, you know, convinced a country that like their king was evil and had himself instated to basically put down the revolution that he started. So yeah, I think, I mean, along with a lot of other stuff, just kind of his personality in general, I feel like he would be canceled on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
This guy. Nobody likes him. I know that.
This man is at the very least canceled on Twitter.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, he has kind of Endeavor's in an interesting place because like he has done a lot of horrible shit, as you've heard. Like, you know, he has violently abused his family, like basically did eugenics on his children to give them super quirks. You know, mind broke his wife into mutilating their child, and also mind broke his son into being a villain. And really, yeah. But he is one of the few cases on this list that kind of like was hit with the full weight of his missteps and actually is trying to like get better at it.
Mhm.
Like he is, neither of you have read the manga, but he is actually like kind of trying to like atone for his sins in some way.
Okay.
So I don't know. I was thinking doing their best, but like I also feel like maybe he's not doing enough to do that. So
Just
I mean,
like
I feel like he would. I genuinely feel like if he was a real character, he would be canceled on Twitter.
yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, let's put him there for now.
Just before we continue, do we have Sasuke on this list?
Sasuke, yes, he's lower on the list. This is in alphabetical order, by the way.
Oh, okay, I see.
Aaron Yeager. Oh God, the comments
Boy,
are going
who's
to
ready
be
for
that's-
some
yeah. Oh,
big
just
attack?
and just so you know, I actually did read the Attack on Titan manga pretty recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's ready for some big spoilers?
Yeah, let's get into those, huh?
So I think Aaron, you can feel really bad for him, but like it's also what he's
I really
done,
don't feel
and
like
the kind of person that he is still unforgivable.
Yeah, I feel like you really can't defend his actions in, the final part of the season.
But guys, there are Aaron profile pictures on Twitter that will defend everything.
Yeah.
I mean, the people defending him like still kind of think he's Lelouch when he's not.
Yeah.
That's what I've noticed. People say he's the next Lelouch or whatever. Like he's like
the people who say Aaron did nothing wrong are don't understand. The people who like really hate the ending seem to like not really understand.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And personally, I feel like the ending gave him a lot of undue like sympathy for his plight, because like, oh boo hoo, I just wanted to get into Mikasa's pants. Like, dude, you killed 1 billion people to do that. You don't get to say that.
That was intentionally there to make him look a bit more like pathetic rather than sympathetic. I think.
Yeah, that is true. But even so, I feel like I still think the ending gave him too much sympathy. Anyways,
I think you can definitely feel bad for him.
Yeah, I mean there are
the man's
he's definitely a victim of his circumstances, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's a combination of circumstances and just like the kind of person he is naturally.
Yeah.
He was always he was always
like had the potential to do this.
He seems like a very like unhinged person, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He definitely he was always unhinged. But you still feel bad. Like he did genuinely want to protect his friends, but also there's a lot of selfish motivation.
Yeah, there's a lot of selfishness involved in his decision. So I don't know. I'm tempted to put him like high on the list, but I feel like he might also be in this area.
He's moral grays within moral grays.
He's definitely not lower than Shades of Grey, I think.
Yeah, I think.
Let's put him here for now.
I mean, he does do okay. Like so, like he killed billions of people, I guess.
Yeah.
That's like his biggest sin, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, and that's like,
and he did it. He did it knowing he really didn't have to, but like, just
yeah. Okay. That's it. Whatever. Aaron profile pictures come at us. We're ready for it.
All right, so Frieza. So Frieza's a little two-dimensional compared to a lot of characters on this list, and
yeah,
I mean, he's basically space like Hitler. He's
pretty much
like he's enslaved entire races. He's racist. He's
I was gonna say canceled on Twitter because
he literally he's way higher.
Like he literally calls the Saiyans monkeys.
Yeah, he's awful. I mean, like I don't think he's quite a special place in hell. I think he's at the very,
Yeah.
very top of go to jail.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I mean, he murders billions of people. He blows up
like
planets.
on the regular. Like that's
Yeah.
like the whole Saiyan thing. That was probably just like a Tuesday for him.
Yeah. He kills like. I mean, he's a galactic emperor. He's not quite a special place in hell. I feel
Yeah.
because like.
Because I feel like you really need to go above and beyond for this.
So the one reason why I don't think he's in that tier is because number one, he was kind of born into this job a little bit.
Yeah.
And he was raised that way too. So I think he's still terrible. He's absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
And like I think he belongs here. I think that's pretty fair. Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
Like,
I think so. Yeah.
But I mean, and he is an asshole. Like
Mhm.
he does do a lot of bad stuff, and he's responsible for a lot of characters like going through pain. Like Vegeta, like he kills Vegeta's father, and like his race, he kills his entire race. Yeah.
One thing about villains is like, I think like to get the special place in hell is like you have like a thing about just villain writing in general is like you can have them kill as many people as physically possible, but like they don't really become hateable until they do something like personal that
exactly. It has to be personal. It has to hit you. It has to hit you right in the heart.
Yeah. Oh god, I cannot wait to talk about a couple characters.
Oh boy. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, by the way, just so you know, the Part 7 villain is coming up in a couple of squares. Just to prepare yourself.
I know who it is. But okay, we have Sweetie Pie over here. I'm going to put her in the lowest tier because number one,
really,
I think she had like a horrible ailment like in her stomach or whatever.
Yeah, wasn't it like her liver or something?
Yeah, that was like causing her constant pain.
Yeah.
And well, unfortunately, she had some very horrible stuff done to her. If you've seen Karno Kyokai, and like the worst thing she does is like kill some rapists, and like just some like genuinely like gangsters that are like bad people, and like she tries to challenge like okay, she blows up like a bridge, okay, and then. Like okay, and then she also like tries to challenge Ryogi to a death match. I think she's Free My Boy. I think she's.
I was gonna at least put her in poor little Meow Meow, but I think
give her head pats.
She's fine. I think she's definitely had a bad.
Yeah. Do you guys agree? Or...
I agree. Yeah.
I don't think people feel bad for her victims at all.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like no one cares.
It still doesn't make it right, but
nobody cares about who she killed.
Yeah.
Like the people that killed her are just like genuinely terrible people. And I mean, honestly, if she didn't have like this situation, she would be like a normal.
Oh yeah, person. she'd be fine. She'd be a perfectly fine person.
All right. So by the way, what I'm gonna do for
we like the ethics. Two wrongs don't make a right. Revenge isn't good, but like
but she's hot. But anyways, for the Part 7 villain, I just place it and then just stop talking after you place it.
I mean, I do want to talk about it a little bit, so I'll just you can just maybe deafen yourself for.
That's what I'm gonna do. No, that's what I'm doing. Like yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So the Shark clone, the guy from.
Also, this guy's name is apparently Full Frontal.
Full Frontal, yes. So
I didn't pick that up when I watched this.
Char, surface level, he would go into like Free My Boy. He didn't do nothing wrong, but once you like really get to understand what he wants and his motivations, this is like just a spiteful dude trying to start a war, trying to like make people suffer for not being on his side. He's like surface level. He's fighting for like a just cause in like sort of independence for space resistance, but really he just wants to make people on Earth suffer. What this man is the remnants of Char's soul that are just his most cunning and spiteful aspects.
Is that literally what he is, or like?
Yeah,
I mean, pretty sure he literally like has parts of Char's soul in him, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest. When I watched Gunning Unicorn, I had a very hard time understanding it. Maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know, but I've heard that Gundam is a series that like is not easy for newcomers, or at least some of them are.
I mean, I think I didn't remember the part about him literally having Char's soul, but I kind of got the I got the feeling I kind of got his gist.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so where would you place him?
Like, I think Shades of Grey. I think.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah, he's. I think teetering on delightfully devilish. Not quite. Not quite
Yeah.
over Aaron, but.
All right,
Exactly. Yeah, I think thought so.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just talk about this guy for a bit. Is he gone? Okay, I think he's gone. Anyways, Funny Valentine. Now this guy is he's a real piece of work. He is one of the classic like blank did nothing wrong characters. I mean, he is extremely dedicated to his country, but like at what cost, you know? He just goes so far beyond like the Call of Duty, I think. And like his backstory with his father and all that is pretty admirable, but you know, he also tries to have sex with a 14-year-old, so yikes.
Oh.
And yeah, he gets a lot of people killed and blows like millions and millions of dollars on this horse race that on the possibility of finding the holy corpse, which is, you know, frighteningly realistic to real world politicians' actions. But yeah, I think he is pretty likable, but I feel like he maybe goes just above to canceled on Twitter level.
This is D4C's user, right?
Yeah, this is the D4C guy. Yeah.
Get points for just breaking brains with the freaking his stand.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So he can come back now. Hold on.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, so by the way, just so you know, right now I am currently reading through part 7. So I haven't gotten to that character yet, so I don't want to get spoiled. So that's why I'm gonna go. For a couple of these. Just yeah.
Next up is Ganishka from Berserk.
Ganishka. Oh my god, I love this manga. I love this manga so much. Okay, so from what I remember, he is I mean, he's an emperor, right? Like.
Yeah.
Or what's the word for like the Hindu word for this, or the I'm sorry.
I don't know. I don't remember I think it's just emperor. That's what he was called. But yeah, I mean, he was Shiva. That was his. What was he? That's what he was as like the god guy.
So okay, he did like a weird experiment thing where it's just a bunch of people's flesh like put in together.
It was a bunch of apostles, I think, or demons or something.
Yeah. Now I will say his backstory, I think you could genuinely feel bad about him because like
totally, yeah.
His backstory is pretty sad. Like,
it's very clear. It makes it very clear that he's a product of his environment.
Yeah.
And it's hard to say whether his actions are his own at that point, even.
Kari, do you remember anything that he did horrible that we are?
I mean, I feel like he
general humanitarian crimes all over the place.
Sacrificed. I'm pretty sure he sacrificed like a bunch of his people to turn them into pseudo apostles.
His general just war tactics.
Yeah, war crimes.
A lot of war crimes.
Killed his family. Although his family was pretty shitty, so I don't blame him.
Yeah, his family. I mean, like, didn't his sons like poison him or something?
Well, that was his mom, but his sons, I think, did also do something to him.
Yeah, they tried to kill him, I think, or they betrayed him. Like,
yeah,
really sad. Yeah,
and the ways he sacrifices people are pretty fucking horrible.
Pretty brutal. Yeah.
And then like, they turn into like basically like demon crabs or something, or like I'm gonna be honest. Never mind. Keep going.
Yeah. So I think he's up here probably.
Probably in the I think just by default.
I'd say do not pass go.
Yeah, I think so too.
You can't. There's nothing to make you hate him enough.
There's nothing that puts him over the edge.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, he's definitely not in the highest tier, but I mean, and I think he's more likable than Danzo. But because I mean, you actually when you read his backstory, you do feel bad for him. But in terms of crimes, he's probably worse than Danzo.
Yeah.
So
overall,
I would say that he's worse. I would put him above, but
yeah. Garp. This is a One Piece character.
okay.
This is actually Luffy's grandpa.
Interesting.
Yeah. Right off the bat, I think he is Shades of Grey.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is present at Ace's execution. I mean, he's probably along this. He is present at Ace's execution and he allows it to happen. His own child, he basically lets him be executed. But you can also understand his dilemma. He's a high-ranking officer in the Marines, and he's dedicated his life to this organization pretty much, and he can't just go against it. He has, he believes in his justice and the cause of the Marines, but he also loves his grandchildren and wants them to thrive. So
mm-hmm.
I think what he does is, I think some of the stuff he does is pretty bad, or I suppose the stuff he doesn't do in that case, but
yeah,
it's definitely a Shades of Grey type character.
Okay. This is a Jujutsu Kaisen character.
Yes, this is Geto from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay.
Some light spoilers for the manga later on, but
mm-hmm.
I mean, this is mostly just Geto's motivation and stuff, but
mm-hmm.
He is pretty sympathetic in what he is pretty sympathetic in his morals. He has his job is as a sorcerer, requires him to make a lot of sacrifices and protect people, and his curse technique specifically requires him to consume these curses and experience all the awfulness that they bring. And after all that time of just consuming all those awful curses and losing so many of his friends and people he cares about to them, just kind of got to him in the end, and he kind of goes full Frieza, and well, not Frieza, but he goes his plan in the end is to exterminate all non-sorcerers so that
mm-hmm.
There'll be no cursed energy will leak out to create more curses.
Uh-huh.
Which is pretty extreme. He's definitely not it's not a particularly morally gray thing to do. But just like Frieza, they did make the comparison of Frieza because he also calls humans monkeys.
Okay.
I don't think he's delightfully devilish, but I think he's in a pretty similar position to Eren. It's basically Eren if he didn't get the chance to actually do the thing.
I see.
Yeah, Shades of Grey.
Okay. Is this another Hunter x Hunter character?
Yes, this is Ging Freaks. This is Gon's dad. World's strongest absentee dad.
I see.
Ging is an interesting character because he hasn't actually done that much wrong, but he is pretty widely hated, mostly because he's just an asshole, pretty much.
Deadbeat.
He doesn't care about his son. He's pretty reckless and irresponsible. And he's a pretty interesting deconstruction of the like, and going to, they're both kind of a interesting deconstruction of like the carefree shonen hero archetype who, you know, just kind of does their own thing and doesn't listen to what anyone says, and specifically the dad part of like the trope where, you know, the dad leaves and the son has to go find him to prove that he's strong and stuff, and seeing how that takes a toll on their kid.
So he's the deadbeat Goku meme, but they took it seriously.
Exactly. Yeah. Is he canceled on Twitter?
That's about canceling Twitter worthy.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because I feel like
being
he does
being a bad parent.
Yeah, I mean he hasn't done anything I think like truly like awful that we know of. I mean he might have, but you know, I mean. Yeah,
so
I think this is a good space for him.
One thing that I feel like we're going to like, there's a couple characters I feel like we might have ranked incorrectly, because it's like, okay, are we talking? I was under the presumption that we were going to talk about this based on how horrible things they've done, but like with a little bit of charisma involved. Like, oh, like do people like this character or not?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, is he really like that? Like, does he do worse stuff than like Aizen or Dio? Like,
I don't know. I mean, maybe the way that I've structured these tiers do kind of have different implications, because, like,
yeah,
people in Delightfully Devilish might have done things worse than people canceled on Twitter, but you hate the people above them more.
Okay, yeah. So I guess he's probably at the bottom of cancel on Twitter then.
Yeah.
I mean, can you get canceled on Twitter for being a bad father or being a bad parent?
I mean, I've seen it before, so.
All right, yeah, I guess.
Griffith.
Oh boy!
Oh god! I
the
mean,
man
I feel like
himself.
I feel like he belongs in a special place in hell. Honestly,
he absolutely belongs in a special place in hell.
He is probably above that other character, if I had to assume.
It's close. It's very close.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, like the Eclipse, bro. Like,
actually, yeah, the Eclipse is pretty bad.
Yeah, but he didn't do the Eclipse to like little kids.
Yeah, and he didn't do the Eclipse like 10 times over. Although maybe he would have.
I mean, I don't know, because like he does impersonate Guts and Casca's child, which is like pretty bad.
Yeah. That is kind of skeevy. Yeah.
Well, everyone knows what happens to the Eclipse. We don't even have to talk about it. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
He's responsible for a lot of people that are dead right now. Now, here's the thing: people actually like Griffith. I, myself included. I think Griffith is really sick, and I think he's one of the coolest characters in Berserk. But and one of the coolest characters on this list. I think he's just a very, very well written character, interesting character. Like, but he is objectively horrible. Like, I mean, and by the way, Femto is fucking cool. Okay, I'm just telling you, for those of you that did not watch the anime before you read the manga, you probably thought that Femto was the coolest guy in the Black Swordsman arc. Okay, there is no way that you hated him in that arc.
Oh yeah, Femto does look pretty dope, I will admit.
Yeah, he's a really cool design. But yeah, I think I don't think he's the top of the list, but I think he's very close.
Yeah, we'll see about that when we get there.
Yeah.
Next is a character from Vinland Saga, the manga, though. This is after the anime. Right, this is a character.
I guess I'll go. I don't know.
Are you planning to read the manga?
No, I haven't. Huh?
You're planning to? Oh yeah, I guess you are planning to read the manga.
Yeah,
so.
I'm a little lazy with Vinland Saga right now, but yeah.
I'll be vague. I'll be pretty vague about this.
All right, yeah, just go ahead.
Yeah. I think she is definitely.
Oh, that's a woman. Okay.
Yeah. I guess it is kind of hard to tell from here, but I think she's doing her best. You know, she is pretty overbearing for a little while with what she does, but she does kind of, she does grow a little bit and, lets bygones be bygones. And, I think she's a character. I think she's kind of pretty underrated, honestly, in the Vinland Saga fandom. Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's just leave it at that.
All right, that is Homura from that one series.
Yes, Madoka Magica. Yeah.
Noah, have you seen Madoka?
Yes, I have. I haven't seen the Rebellion movie though. I haven't
seen the Rebellion movie.
I mean, I know what she does in the main series though.
Yeah. So,
do you want me to not get spoiled for this, or?
I mean, do you think you're gonna watch it?
Yeah,
I think you should like sit this one out, Johan.
All right.
I think you should
All right.
watch.
All right, bet.
So, Homura, I'm teetering between did nothing wrong in doing their best.
Yeah, I think I was gonna say pretty firmly doing her best because, like,
Even with the context of the movie, which is gonna freaking
change some
blow
things.
some people's minds, but I still think at worst she's doing her best.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think that's it.
You're probably gonna be surprised that I think that once you see the movie, but I'll explain when we get there.
Interesting. All right. You can call Johan back now.
Okay, yeah.
Can I come back now?
Yeah, you're done. We're good with this.
Okay, the boy, the man,
Oh, boy.
the man himself, Itachi Uchiha, the coolest Naruto character.
Oh, boy.
I am not. Okay, as you can tell, I really like Itachi. He is sick. Now, I don't think he is the lowest tier for a couple of reasons. Number one, there are a lot of people that believe that he could have done something different. He just didn't have enough time, and he was fighting a very corrupt system, essentially.
Yeah.
And I mean, listen, he is a very wholesome guy, like in the end.
Well,
I wouldn't say wholesome entirely, but
Ah.
I'd say he's like between misunderstood and doing his best.
Yeah.
I feel like he's even a little bit higher than that.
Poor
I
little
think
Namio.
he's shades of gray, probably.
All right, I'm gonna disagree with that. We're gonna put him a little bit lower.
Fine.
I think
Yeah, he was fair.
poor little Namio.
Yeah.
He was between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, he was. And
Yeah.
listen, like, despite all the horrible stuff that happened and his like familial relationship with Sasuke, I do think he is a good person. And I mean, yeah.
I do have a
what are his worst deeds? He assassinated the entire Chiha clan, but once again, it was a very terrible situation that he was put in. He is responsible for Sasuke essentially becoming who he is.
Yeah.
He put that boy through the ringer.
He really did.
He did, yeah. And like he was like basically like traumatizing him. I mean, yeah, no, he did traumatize him.
Yeah.
I mean, he was using like genjutsu on him and like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, I have a lot of thoughts about Itachi. Maybe some unpopular opinions, but
okay, like what?
I feel like maybe I don't know if I should save those for another video or
go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Itachi gets way too much slack from the fandom in general. Like,
yeah,
I feel like people treat him like he's some kind of like always this
prophet.
Savior. He's the true hero of Konoha. Like, yes, he's the hero of Konoha, but that does not mean he's a good person. Like, he is. I'd say being a hero of Konoha pretty much excludes you from being a good person, honestly. At least in full.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he really liked Konoha that much.
I mean, he was planning to brainwash Sasuke so that he would be loyal to the village. Like, I feel like I genuinely feel like his loyalty was as strong, if not stronger, to Konoha than it was to Sasuke.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's a lot of like little things in Itachi's story that just don't add up when you look at it. But I feel like I don't want to turn this into like the Itachi rant, so I'll save that for another video. But my point is, I just feel like Itachi is maybe not as like not quite as
infallible,
not as infallible as other people think.
All right. All right.
Anyways.
Well, honestly, if I was going, I would actually put him in doing their best, but I will make a compromise and put him in where he is.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna leave for this one again.
All right. Johann Liebert, the fucking peak fiction villain himself. Yeah, I mean, he does a lot of shit. He brainwashes children into killing themselves. Like, he leads a party of Nazis at one point. He kills an entire village of people.
Swell guy.
He's a real character. I mean, I can kind of understand his mentality and his well, I don't understand it, but I can see where it took him, I guess. Like, what the things he's been through, his mindset, his psychology. So I feel like he's probably, I don't think he crosses that line into a special place in hell, because he is pretty awful, but he is also pretty charismatic, honestly. He's got a certain charm about him. So yeah, I think he might, is he worse than Diavolo? Yeah, I think Diavolo might be worse than him, but yeah, he's here. Anyways, that's it. You can call back Johann now.
Just, is that twirl thing the comeback,
What thing?
when you spiral your mouse? Or
Yeah, I'll just do that, I think, when I want you to come back. That's good.
all right, Kiritsugu, another character that we are very fond of. Okay, so listen, he does do some terrible stuff, but a lot of the stuff that he does is in dreams or alternate stuff. It's weird.
Yeah, that's the Naziverse for you.
Yeah, the person who should talk about this is Karya, because he really likes this character. I like him too, but I think right off the bat, I would say at the bottom of Shades of Grey.
I think Shades of Grey is a good place for him as well, or Poor Little Meow Meow.
Kiritsugu, I kind of want to put him in Poor Little Meow Meow.
Yeah.
He is a person incapable of solving his problems without straight up murder.
He's literally the embodiment of that men will literally do X instead of going to therapy meme.
He just can't, he doesn't like it. He definitely doesn't like that he is this cold-blooded killer, but he doesn't know how. He wants to be a hero. He just doesn't know how to solve problems
without bloodshed.
Mm-hmm.
Thing. People will. He also cheated on Iris Beale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So does that automatically put him in canceled?
Best wife in the world, and he cheats on her.
Why does he do that? Wait a minute. Why did he do that?
Weird mentality of sort of punishing himself.
Okay.
As the novel puts it. I will not give him shit about sort of abandoning Elias Veal, because he didn't. He just couldn't get back to her.
Yeah, he had some trouble with that.
A lot of people freaking dog on him for that, and he did not mean to leave that girl.
Mm-hmm.
He would have lost her if he didn't go.
Oh, and by the way, this is coming from someone who really likes Ilya, so that's
this is but yeah, he did the fact that he can't solve his problems without murder. He's done awful things to the people close to him.
So he cheats on Iris Veal with that. The funny thing is that she's so fucking forgettable and bland, and the abridged makes fun of.
I mean, I don't even remember who you're talking about. So
Maya.
Oh yeah, green hair girl.
Yeah, it's the girl. It's the girl with the sniper that works for him.
I didn't know they had a relationship. I thought they were just
there's also concerns about grooming on that part.
Of what?
Grooming on the part of Maya, because she was pretty young when he picked her up.
Oh, so maybe he was canceled on Twitter.
Well, no, that's the opposite, right?
What?
Oh wait, no, she was young or he was young?
She was young.
Oh, okay. So, are you sure he's not canceled on Twitter?
He would could be, but I kind of gotta give him the poor little Mew Mew.
All right,
Yeah, I
yeah,
feel like
yeah.
maybe he is.
He wants to be better, but
Yeah, yeah.
he
Yeah.
does not have the
This is
capacity.
a lot of bias on our part, but listen. I mean, I listen. I honestly, and by the way, that's like stuff that like if you watched Fate Zero on the first run through, you wouldn't like think of that because
Yeah, it's stuff that comes up when you really think about it.
no, it's like stuff that's like in like because Fate is weird like this, and that's why I didn't want to include characters like Kiara because, I mean that's technically like isn't that technically a video game? Like,
Oh yeah, that's she is like exclusive to games.
yeah, and I didn't want to talk about FGO, but like, so with his stuff, like that's not is that stated in the novel at all?
The light novel yeah goes into
Alright.
more of his character. I think the anime did a very good job on its own though.
Mm-hmm.
It did. I think the anime adapts itself better than Stay Night does.
Yeah, that sentence is going to piss a lot of people off, but yeah, I mean, I liked it personally. Fate Zero was a rare scenario or case where I actually like it had a really good aftertaste, if that makes sense. Where while I was like consuming the medium, I wasn't like super big on it, but then afterwards I was like, wait a minute, that was kind of godlike. I kind of liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to read more of this. Yeah. So there you go. But yeah, okay. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Next.
Next is Kisaki from Tokyo Revengers.
Oh, I thought it was an FMA character.
I guess it does kind of look like that, but Kisaki, I think Tokyo Revengers fans will, not really argue with me when I say he belongs in a special place in hell.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, this guy is super hateable. Like he gets like dozens, if not hundreds, of people killed. He manipulates Mikey and a bunch of other people into doing horrible shit. Pretty much just so he can simp for one girl he met in like elementary school.
Okay. So I've heard people complain about Tokyo Revengers that a lot of the characters are underage for no reason.
Yeah, I think that I guess a lot of the characters. I think it's just that like the characters look old. I think the idea is that they're like a high school gang, like a
yeah,
just like classic delinquents. And that's kind of the age that you do that.
Yeah,
I think part of it is that they just look a lot older. Like there's this one character. There's this one character, South, who is like at 12 years old. He looks like he's 18 years old. It is kind of funny, but yeah, I think Kisaki is just he's not worse. I don't think in terms of like actual deeds, he's not worse than a lot of the people that below him. But I feel like he's in terms of hateability, he's definitely up there.
Mm-hmm.
Is definitely up here at least.
Okay.
Anyways, it's Kahaku, right?
Yes.
I was surprised when you requested this one because I was under the assumption that she was just like, the cute maid waifu.
All right. So what if I told you? What if I told you that this might be the scariest character and most horrifying character on the entire list?
Goddamn.
So yeah, you thought Heavensfield was bad. So okay, unfortunately, I got spoiled on her entire backstory and everything that happens in 2 routes that she's in, which really sucks. So yeah, that's why I know this stuff. But okay, so this character legitimately scares me.
Damn.
Like when I read the visual novel and she teleports on screen because that's how visual novels work. They just they teleport. I actually get like fear in my heart when I see her. She is horrifying, and not to mention that she's quite annoying in the fighting game. But
a special place in hell for that.
So here's the thing: she is going in that tier at the top, at the very top. Okay, maybe not above Griffith. Yeah, below Griffith. But okay, she might be. I do not like her. She is very horrifying, and the way she does certain things is just some of the most like Stephen King novel like BS I've ever heard in my life. It is very, very terrifying, and just if this was a real person, please just send the entire military after her. It's pretty okay. So some trivia about her: she's a drug dealer,
Oh,
and she likes to drug other people. And let's just say her backstory is very sad, and a lot of Tsukihime, as we like to call them, Suki-tards on Reddit, will get very mad at me for this, but I don't care. I do not like her, and I think she's horrifying. Like, I would rather spend a day with all of the apostles, with Anne Griffith and like the God Hand, than spend a day with Kohaku. She is like legitimately horrifying.
this is a weird cognitive dissonance because like the only thing I know Kohaku from is like that one panel where she's holding a game controller and it's like, Kohaku-san is gaming.
Yeah,
that one meme, and you're telling me that she's apparently like scum of the earth, like Stephen King villain shit, drug dealer, mass murderer.
Well, there's way more, but I don't want to spoil it.
I'm detecting some Johan bias here. I'm going to have to read this visual novel for myself because.
Okay. Just trust me.
I'll take your word for it, but
I promise. Like, there's a lot. Like, there's a reason why she's near Griffith. Like, I promise.
I doubt it, but okay.
Just take my word for it. She is horrifying. I think Griffith is like way less scary than she is, or Femto, but whatever. Anyways, okay. Now here's the thing: a lot of characters in that visual novel are awful, and you're gonna see this like very quickly. And it's really funny because we're gonna get to a character who's actually like weirdly like not as bad of a person as like the rest of the characters, which is pretty funny considering like what that character is, and you'll see. But yeah, so listen, this is not okay, she's at least canceled on Twitter, at least. Like, there's no way she's going below that. No, absolutely, there's no way she's going below that. However, I think for me, she like the things that she does for me are personal to the point where it actually scared me. And that's very difficult for me to do. Like, I mean, listen, I read a lot of seinen manga, and the fact that, like, I mean, if you just look at the series that I like, I'm obviously not afraid of this stuff, but, like, she somehow, like, took it over the edge. So I think for that alone, that should place her there. But she does legitimately do a lot of terrible shit. Like, really, really bad. And it's like, I think you guys will actually be very caught off guard with her when you read her. And I think that's the point. She's supposed to catch you very, very off guard. You'll see.
Oh, damn.
You'll see.
Okay.
Just take my word for it. It's good. It's good. Anyways, is this a character? Okay, so this is a really funny character. I've seen a lot of people said this is like Satan, but like
this is another Madoka Magica character.
All right. So do you want me to leave her?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Anyway, Kyubey.
So this is how you have a character be basically right and still be the most hated thing ever.
Yeah, like Kyubey is weird because like he's not human. It's like the way I perceived it was like Kyubey was like the relationship between Kyubey and humanity is like, I don't know, between like humanity and livestock. Like, that's the level of connection that Kyubey has for the magical girls that he's grooming, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, basically, and another thing about its species like doesn't have emotion at all.
Yeah, they did.
It's thinking logically about like sort of staving off the heat death of the universe, and yet
you just don't like him.
The amount of suffering it causes with like no sort of care about it at all.
Yeah.
Is just fuck Kyubey.
Fuck Kyubey.
This is how you do nothing wrong and yet do everything wrong at once.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, Shades of Grey, maybe.
I want to say special place in hell, but like technically, yeah, Shades of Grey.
Cuba. It's such a weird character. It's such a weird situation. I guess.
Fear makes it worse.
What was that? Yeah, it does. Fuck, should we just make a Cubase tier?
Probably.
Yeah, let's do that.
Hey.
Anyways, yeah, this is where Cubase is.
Hello. Why did we make a new tier?
You will see once you watch Madoka Magica.
Okay. That's worse than Griffith. Okay.
Well, it's complicated.
It's complicated. Okay. So Lelouch, the boy, the man, the myth, the legend, the absolute. Like, your boy collapsed demon, like goddess cheeks on the regular, bro. Your boy is out here. He is
40. I think like this guy sort of inspired the putting this list in the direction that it.
Yeah, that's probably true, huh? Like a lot of these characters probably took a note from Lelouch.
Lelouch is one of my favorite fictional characters. He is really sick. I mean, very well written character. And when people are I know people are. I've ran into people on Twitter that like just are very tired of people sucking him off. But there is a reason. I promise you, there is a reason. Okay, he's literally like JoJo fans. JoJo fans will literally rewind time to re-suck his cock, and there's a reason why you do that, bro. It is. I'm sorry. Just okay. So yeah, he lies to a lot of his family, but once again, he has to. He does kill a lot of people, but it's war.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's not like the Britannians are like the nicest people ever. In fact,
it's a bit of pot calling the kettle black in that
he's
case.
Basically fighting a bunch of racists, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I would say Shades of Grey, personally.
Yeah, I feel like he's maybe dipping a little bit into Poor Little Meow Meow.
Really?
I still think Shades of Grey.
I
don't think he makes the Poor Little Meow Meow. Honestly,
yeah.
He
is honestly really selfish at times.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, actually. He straight up uses people as pawns.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about him a lot, like on previous videos. So I don't want to like go to. I don't want to like talk about.
Yeah.
Granted, he still like follows his philosophy. Only people who should kill are the ones willing to be killed, and he is
willing to be killed.
Not a great moral platform still, but
yeah, I don't think he's a hypocrite. I think.
Well, okay. He's I mean, he does like he did put like a bunch of mines somewhere, and then like blew it up. Like he blew up like an entire mountain, but like I don't think anyone was really there. But
no, he buried an entire army. He got
Wait, wasn't that the one where he killed Shirley's dad?
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was where he buried the mines and blew down the mountain.
I was talking about the final battle.
Fine.
Oh, well, I mean the Britannians like leveled.
Yeah. No. I know what you're talking about. Like partway through the series where he's fighting, where Cornelia's there. And they're like fighting on that mountain, and he creates a mudslide. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Even after that final battle, remember he was like nuking people. He was nuking the shit out of people just to get everyone to hate him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is he really at the bottom of Shades of Grey? Or? I don't think he's delightfully devilish because he's not really like he doesn't think himself as evil. I think he is very middle of the road, morally great.
A lot of genuinely evil people don't think of themselves as evil.
Yeah,
that's not what I'm saying. Okay, let me rephrase that. So he, it's not like Aizen or Dio, where they know that they're evil and they're just doing because they want.
Well, I don't know. I
to.
feel like Aizen kind of views himself as
Okay,
maybe
that's
not
a better.
good, but like above it all.
All right, well, Dio, like that's a perfect example.
Yeah.
He knows he's an asshole. He knows he's evil, but he revels in it. And I don't think he's not a you love to hate him kind of character. He's more of a, he has to do this, and this is exactly. So I think he's fine where he is, but
Yeah, I think so too. Anyways,
Light.
Light.
So Light actually does a lot of terrible stuff, and I actually forgot.
Uh,
I forgot about all the horrible stuff he did because Death Note was one of the first anime I've ever seen. So I actually forgot that he killed his father. So maybe Karia should talk about this because I actually kind of forgot about what he did. But
Light in freaking all the way down to not what's it called? All the way what are we calling that second last tier?
Doing their best.
No, the highest one.
Oh,
second highest one.
just go to jail tier.
Yeah, he's
Well, what are his biggest crimes?
I don't think you can like. There's a lot to hate. There's a lot to like straight up hate about him. I don't think it's quite enough to put him in special place in hell.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure there's people who would disagree with me. I know people who fucking hate the guy.
I like Light, honestly. I think he's cool and he's a very interesting character.
Yeah, he's just straight up like a narcissistic mass murderer.
Yeah, I mean he kills a lot of people, so obviously he does kind of have to be in this tier. I mean, I guess you could say Dio kills a lot of people, but once again, he's kind of got like the charisma that leaves.
Yeah.
Like what we were saying before about like how a lot of just straight up evil people think they're the good guy. That's Light.
Yep.
Yeah.
He thinks he thinks he is a god, and
he's one of the few instances of a god complex actually being done well, in my opinion. It's a very hard thing. I don't think that's easy to do well. And I think that's like one example. Or okay, maybe
narcissist.
Yeah. But all right. Anything else about him? Do it.
Madara. Next up, we have Madara.
Okay. That's another character that we like. So okay. Now, unfortunately, with him, his worst things are based on bad writing, which sucks. So So the thing where like he orchestrated Obito's like Rin's death.
Thing. Yeah,
that was dumb. That they should. It was fine the way it was. So I guess that's technically the worst thing he did. And then like, I mean, he's killed a lot of people. He betrayed an entire village. However, I don't think he is like a special place in hell or even canceled on Twitter for that matter.
Yeah, I think he might be honestly like
Shades of Grey
or something.
Yeah, I think he's like at the top of Shades of Grey. Maybe not Eren tier, but he's honestly not that bad. Like he's not a horrible person. He just has to do stuff. Like
I feel like he's I mean, this is also bad writing, but he was kind of manipulated by Black Zetsu and such.
Yeah, which sucks. But yeah, I mean, and he's really cool. People do like Madara. But yeah, I think he's fine where he is.
Yeah,
and
he got done dirty.
Honestly, you don't really see you don't really see him kill as many. Okay, besides like that one panel where he like solos the entire 4th division. Does he really kill that many people? It's mostly implied, like off screen, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, he's a pretty high ranked ninja. Of course, he's probably killed some people.
Oh yeah, of course. But like a lot of it is just like, this is war, so like you kind of have to.
Yeah,
it's not like he just does it for fun, like Frieza, for example, or even Dio. But like, yeah, I think that's fine. There's not really much to say about him. It's just, I think he's a shade.
The ethics of the whole freaking eternal
Eye of the Moon thing.
Yeah. Like the ethics of like just putting everyone to sleep in the Matrix. That's like not.
Yeah, that's not like quite as bad as full-blown genocide.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
I think there could be arguments that it is worse. Like But
I mean,
Yeah.
at least you're having a good time in the dream. It's not like
Yeah.
your life is over. You know,
Yeah,
it's like it might for some people it might actually be a good thing because like
exactly.
yeah. So Noah and I were actually okay. You know, let's not get into this. But next character.
Next up, Mahito from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay, I know people do not like him at all.
Oh yeah.
you just send him straight to hell.
I hesitate to put him there because, like, yes, he did kill Junpei, and that was pretty personal. But like, that's also just kind of his nature, like as a curse to do horrible shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, actually, you know what? Yeah, he special place in hell. I mean,
Towards
basically,
the
he's literally just the culmination of all of.
Plays in hell in like the most literal sense.
Yeah, yeah. Because like he's literally just the culmination of all of humanity's like cruelty and evil and all that stuff.
All right.
Oh, this is a Helsing here.
Yeah, the major. Okay, basically, this guy is fat blonde Hitler.
I mean, he's Nazi. I got that much from him.
He was actually selected by Hitler.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So basically, he creates like a huge zombie vampire army. It's a little wacky, I know. And honestly, a lot of the bad stuff is like not really stuff that he himself does. It's more like his underlings. Specifically the doctor. The doctor is like the one that does all the scary shit. So, but like it was his like. So like basically the stuff that's like kind of creepy that the doctor does is that he basically like he grabbed this woman, like killed her, and then like started like there's a woman that Alucard bit into, and because that's vampire DNA, they took her. They had to kill her probably. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure they killed her, but and they took like the bone. They cut the bone open to the marrow and took that. Which is like where I'm not as you can tell, I'm not great with anatomy, so my apologies, but they took like whatever the bloodstream was or whatever, or like what the vampire DNA was. They took that out and they put that into everybody. And there's this like one really terrifying scene where she's like, where like it's like it's almost like a blender or like a what's the like when you squeeze something out, like
juicing it.
Juicing, yeah. It was like that with her entire body, and it was like really terrifying.
Ugh, gross.
So, I think he's probably like just because he was. I mean, he kind of murdered all of London.
Yeah.
And yeah, his underlings did some terrible stuff too. So I think just by nature he has to be in the second highest tier. But I don't know if he's quite in a special place in hell. I think he's just probably where Frieza is.
Oh yeah.
Maybe at the bottom of a special. I'd say the top. I don't think he's quite, because what he does isn't personal. It's just
his job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he did like. I mean, he did. He was also passionate enough about it to get selected by the man himself.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe towards the bottom at special place in hell, but I think he's probably about like around where Frieza is.
Yeah, let's put him here.
Yeah, I think that's fine. All right, who's next?
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna try my best not to be biased because Maki, as Noah said about Aizen, she can get it. But objectively, I think she's probably maybe bottom of canceled on Twitter because she gaslights people.
Yeah,
but she
also does get people killed.
Yeah, she does kill people, but like no, so do a lot of characters below her. So
I feel like a lot of the characters, like, I mean, yeah, I do think this is a good spot for her because, like,
okay,
yeah, I feel like a lot of her. I feel like a lot of her.
You have read a lot of this, so I will trust you on this.
I do think a lot of her. I do think a lot of her like more heinous behavior is enabled by, her superiors and the people around her and all that stuff.
There are also a lot of people that like to make a fake backstory for her, where like,
yeah,
she was like put in a world where she had to like make a bunch of contracts and stuff like that. But yeah, she's if it were up to me, she would be free. No, I'm joking, but I like her. I like her. She's great. But yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, Meruem.
Meruem. Let's talk about Meruem and also just kind of the Chimera Ants as a whole. I think they're misunderstood, honestly.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they start out as pretty stereotypically evil, like just killing people for the hell of it.
Mhm.
But he has this has this relationship with a human, Komugi, and it kind of like changes his worldview a little bit. He
Mhm.
starts to question if he really is genetic, if he is biologically predisposed to rule over all creation, and he starts to actually think about whether he wants to genuinely like help humanity and the Chimera Ants, and like the ideas that he presents in that regard are pretty dubious, but I feel like he was on the right track before he died.
Okay.
I think that if he had lived and hadn't been killed by another character on this list, he probably could have been like a force for good in the end. Yeah.
I thought he was like busted. Like,
I mean, what do you mean?
like nobody kills him. I don't know.
Well, it's a confusing situation. The guy who kills him kind of like tricks him in a certain way. Like,
Okay.
yeah, he basically gets tricked into being blown up by a nuke. That's how they kill him.
I see.
Anyways,
Slowly looking guy.
This is Mikey from Tokyo Revengers.
Okay.
I think he's poor little Meow Meow. He's definitely the subject of a lot of like manipulation at the hands of Kisaki, see above. And like a lot, he loses so much. Like he loses his friend, his sister, all of his, pretty much everyone who he cares about does get hurt in some way because of just by being connected to him. And I know a lot of people don't like you probably don't know this, but a lot of people don't like the current arc of Tokyo Revengers.
I did not know that. No.
But I think it's actually a really interesting exploration of Mikey's character, and what he does in that arc. People are saying like it makes Mikey too unlikable. But depending on how it ends, I think it's really interesting. I think it's a really good explanation. Really gets into what makes Mikey tick. Like he's definitely not blameless. Like he kind of ends up surrounding himself with people who enable his his dark impulses, so to speak. But I think I think he could be good. He knows where he'll end up. But yeah, poor little Meow Meow.
Mozgus.
Ooh, this guy gives me the heebie-jeebies. Honestly,
really? You don't like him, or he scares you, or
yeah, it's just creepy. He's weird.
Yeah. So he's kind of funny, honestly.
Yeah, he is funny. In that kind of unsettling way.
Yeah. Okay, so he basically crucified a lot of people. He runs like a torture chamber.
What he is the stereotypical like medieval church fundamentalist.
Yeah, like that kind of like
Moai.
Yeah. He has like he like tortures people in a very brutal way. Like he puts people like in those wheels.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't he like kill someone for not being like? I remember like one chapter where he kills someone for like not being like repentant enough, or like.
I mean, fuck, probably.
Yeah. He also like.
Yeah, I think you. Are you talking about the woman that he took her kid and like dragged her off to the torture dungeon?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty.
Yeah, I mean, he's a pretty terrible guy, but he is a part of one of the coolest fights in Berserk.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And one of the coolest moments, and his apostle form is really sick.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't remember how he became an apostle. Does anyone remember that?
I think it was he's like a pseudo apostle actually because of that
Yeah.
that egg apostle.
Yeah,
He
he
became like
infected
that.
him. Made him into it.
Okay, that's right. So he didn't like sacrifice anybody, or he didn't like use
Yeah.
the ballot. I was we might have maybe we should have put the count on this list, but but for him, from what I remember, he's probably. Man, I should read Berserk again.
Yeah.
But he's probably like at the bottom of Do Not Pass, right?
I think he's yeah. Yeah.
What do you think, Karya?
Yeah. I might say down, just barely down to cancel on Twitter, but yeah, I think it's just a good spot.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like at the very top of canceled on Twitter, honestly.
Yeah,
how would he get canceled?
The religious persecution would like be prime canceled on Twitter
Yeah.
material.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I guess. All right, yeah, I think that's fair.
Uh-huh.
Nagato.
Ooh.
Okay. All right, so his backstory is definitely poor little Meow Meow.
Yeah.
And he basically wanted to become the new god of Konoha, and he actually one thing we were talking about a couple days ago was that he kind of went against Obito's will, because he had his own like goal. And,
yeah.
like,
Well, I mean, to be fair, like he would have, like if he had actually got all the 9-tailed beasts while he was alive, Obito would have just killed him and done his thing.
Exactly.
But,
yeah. So they the Akatsuki actually had some split goals.
Yeah.
But okay, so he does murder like Danzo's assholes, or Hanzo.
Well, I think Hanzo and Danzo are working together on that one.
Okay, Hanzo's assholes. He does kill them. He does genocide an entire village.
Yeah, and like I'm pretty sure it's confirmed that like he also killed all of Danzo's relatives and like
Good.
clan because of
fuck them. Good. But, oh yeah, because the 6 Paths of Pain did kill Hanzo later on.
Yeah.
So everything that the 6 Paths of Pains did, that's obviously his fault, because he was controlling them. But I'd say he's probably Shades of Grey.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, a lot of Naruto villains kind of fall into that category, to be honest.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think that's fair. Okay, so I made a mistake putting this character on the list. Just treat this as Tono, Shiki Tono. But Nania, it's a kind of, without saying anything, it's kind of a weird thing to talk about. But yeah, Nania himself is a fucking gangster. I love him, and I love him. And let's just say that Nania memes are very, very funny. But okay, let's just pretend this is Tono.
It is Tono. I mean, from what I know, Tono's just kind of a regular guy, right?
Yeah, kind of. But yeah, he's gonna go straight to canceled on Twitter.
Oh boy.
Nothing. He wouldn't go higher, but I think he's probably worse than Cornelius. Yeah, he is.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he might be at the top of this, but yeah, I think right there. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, Nero. It's actually pretty funny. This is the character I was talking about. This character actually, he is a villain, and it is actually very funny how much he doesn't do wrong. Like, basically, he's an amalgamation of 666 different beasts all put together, and he's basically like, he's kind of like the thing, like everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Huh?
He's going straight to hell for that number.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. That was mean. I'm sorry. But yeah, he doesn't sexually abuse anybody. He doesn't like do things personally he doesn't spitefully do anything. He's just a dead apostle that Arcoid wants to kill, and he just has to eat people to survive.
Damn, that makes him a goddamn saint by Type Moon villain standards.
Yes, he didn't want to become, from what I remember, unless I'm absolutely an idiot, I'm pretty sure he did not want to become a dead apostle. It just kind of happened, and he just fights Tono, and like he doesn't even. I don't even think he kills any of the main characters. He doesn't even kill anybody. Like he just kills like some innocent civilians because he has to eat. And yeah, he creates dogs and he creates like birds that follow people around. Now, this is a character that everyone hates in the fighting game, but like but in the actual source material, he's actually like it's really funny how like wholesome he is. So he is like probably at the very bottom of Shades of Grey and maybe at the top of poor little Meow Meow. And actually, I think he's actually done less wrong than Kiritsugu.
Oh,
which is really funny. But
that's kind of funny.
But technically, he is Shades of Grey. Technically,
yeah.
And honestly, I think we should put Kiritsugu up there too. But it's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, who is this?
Oh, this is another Hunter x Hunter character.
Okay.
This is Netero. This is the guy that kind of baited Meruem into getting blown up by a nuke. Excuse me. He's a character that kind of goes under the radar by the fandom because the narrative doesn't really treat him like a villain explicitly. But there's this really good video by New World Review. I'll link the video in this one. It's about like the secret villain that is Netero and like all the kind of shady shit that Netero does like in the background of Hunter x Hunter and how he kind of built the Hunter Association up.
Is he kind of like a Danzo character, but like not an asshole?
Yeah, I guess he is kind of like Danzo in that like his power comes from the system. I mean, he is very strong, but like, yeah, he's the stuff that he does is more a product of is more like systemic stuff. Yeah, and he's just kind of like honestly, he's kind of like Danzo plus a character like Kenpachi or whatever from Bleach.
Yeah,
and that like he basically believes that like might makes right and like absolute strength is like the key to everything. And it's I know I keep saying this about Hunter x Hunter, but it's an interesting deconstruction of that kind of character trope to see like how that could go wrong or how that could turn into something evil. But yeah, he doesn't do anything to make me personally like hate him. He might be like canceled on Twitter. Yeah.
Does he do something that is cancel worthy or? I hate that I said that, but but
I mean, not really. I mean, it's just kind of like this tier isn't necessarily just for like literally canceled on Twitter. It's just like stuff that like you feel like goes beyond just the like
shady.
It just goes beyond the like the fun villain stuff.
Okay, yeah, that's probably fair. All right, next
Nina.
Oh, we kind of put it. Okay. Oh wait, no, never mind. She does do something awful. Never mind. I forgot.
The world's most racist lesbian.
Yeah. Okay. So I was thinking like, oh, poor Table-kun, and then I was like, wait a minute. She actually like
creates a weapon of mass.
She genocided a lot of people.
Yeah.
So.
Directly, but yeah, her invention was just straight up.
Also, she like threatened to blow up the school with a mech that one time.
Yeah, that was kind of her on like a mental break, but
mental breakdown mode.
Yeah, but
oh, by the way, you picked like the worst fucking.
It was a mental breakdown over hyper-simping over a person she met once.
Literally once.
Also, you picked like the most unflattering picture of Sasuke you could have possibly picked.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't find anything works better than
the
aspect ratio, but
it's okay. It's okay. But anyways, so I think Nina, just for that reason, has to be on the bottom of the second highest tier because of what she did.
I wouldn't say. Do not. I canceled on Twitter. I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay.
She's not actually that horrible of a person, but she's
She just kind of got
she
roped into it, I think.
she absolutely has her bad sides, but
Definitely, yeah.
she's very unlikable, but she's not actually that horrible.
Yeah, I don't think she's like straight up evil like some other characters on that tier
Yeah.
or above
All
her.
right. All right. Yeah. I guess.
Obito.
All right.
oof.
Once again, picked a really bad picture for Obito. But I'm sorry.
It's kind of standard.
No, because that's like Toby. I think we should have picked like War Arc Obito, but it's okay.
I feel like he's at least like do not pass go, do not collect $200. Right?
Yeah. I mean, well, okay. Hold on.
I'll be honest. I feel like Obito goes like way beyond the Call of Duty for what he went through. Like, and this is an aspect I feel like this is an aspect I think should have been explored about Obito's character more. Like the stuff he does is just straight up like cruel, and unlike someone like Nagato or Madara, he's just straight up cruel. He he does all this weird. He taunts Naruto all those times. Like, it makes it feel like he's like indulging in it.
So my take on him is that what he went through was not enough to justify what he does compared to the other characters.
Exactly.
Yeah, and now we don't like him, but there are a lot of people that do like Obito.
Yeah.
We are not those people. But there's another character on the list that is the opposite of that. But I don't think he's like in the highest tier or even the second high. Okay. So why is he higher than Madara? That's what I'm trying to think. Or like, why is he not where Madara is? Because they're technically they're in the same position ideologically, or ideally. Yeah.
Well, here's what I think. It's like I said. I feel like Obito revels in it more. Like Madara definitely, like he's all battle horny and all that.
Yeah, he revels in the thrill of battle. He doesn't enjoy killing people, I think, kind of thing, or he's not like a.
Yeah, but I feel like Obito really does relish in it. Like it's something that he does just out of his own spite and bitterness.
Yeah, and I don't think they should have given him like a
exactly. No, I don't. I think his character really went downhill when Kishimoto gave him a redemption arc.
I think his character went downhill when he opened his face, but
I think that was kind of the start of it. But like the redemption arc was where it really sealed it as like ugh.
Yeah. So okay, now we're going to get a lot of hate for this, but I think probably towards the bottom. By the way, is Johan worse than Light or Diavolo?
I mean, I don't know the full picture of what Light does, but I'm just gonna assume that Light is maybe worse than him.
Okay. Yeah. The problem is that like I okay. So I'm at the beginning of Monster. I just took a break from manga one time and then never got back to it. But I am planning on reading it. So yeah. Anyways, next character.
This is a One Piece character. This is Orochi.
Orochimaru.
That's the next guy. Anyways, I think this guy has a special place in hell, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. If you know, you know, but like he definitely has a tragic backstory. He went through a lot of shit, but like he really just goes beyond he just goes beyond it. Just goes beyond what would be expected for someone in his situation. Like, like he's just so full of spite and bitterness and like he just wants to punish people. Pretty much, he wants to punish people for things they didn't even do, and he treats himself like the victim, which is like really aggravating.
I was about to ask, do people like this character? And it doesn't sound like it.
I mean, I'll be honest. I feel like if he was as attractive as Doflamingo, he would be like beloved by the fandom.
Right. Oh,
But
wait, is he ugly or like
you
attractive?
see it,
as
look
in,
at
like-
him. Fucking look at him.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like charisma, but
Yeah, and he doesn't have any charisma either. Hell no. But yeah, but I think honestly, but even then, I honestly feel like he does worse shit than Doflamingo.
mhm.
Like it's like if like you got to read it to like really get just how sick this guy is.
Yeah. So I think this tier is like this, like Satan would like cower in fear or be like scared about these characters,
Yeah.
and I think especially the top two for me are
Yeah.
like belong there. But
Yeah.
Okay, so who's the next character?
Next up is Orochimaru.
All right. This is a very okay. So the thing is that if he was a real person, people would not like him. He's kind of like a Jeffrey Epstein person, a little. Yeah, no, he kind of is. Like
he is.
um,
I mean,
especially since he keeps getting away with it.
Exactly. I mean, I feel like I know about all that stuff, but I honestly feel like he might be like delightfully devilish.
I'm gonna disagree. I think he has to be at the bottom of cancel on Twitter because he does.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because like Twitter would not like him. Maybe I'm taking that tier a little bit too literally, but I mean he does. He does want to have a child's body, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Now it's not literally like, for why people do that in real life, but it's close, I think.
I mean, I feel like part of it is just that like he's the only villain in Naruto that is just like completely unabashedly evil. Like you've got all these other people who are like, "Oh, I was hurt by the system in place, and I want to exact my revenge." And Orochimaru's like, "Fuck, dude, I just want to be immortal." That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I'm about.
And he just wants to take over Konoha. Like,
yeah.
I mean, he did have some like jealousy in the past with like Jiraiya and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think he's probably fine where he is.
Yeah. This is right on the border, I think.
Yeah. Okay, is that Overhaul?
Yes, that's Overhaul. The canceled on Twitter tier is getting pretty big.
Yeah. We can move some stuff around. I mean,
yeah.
Well, to be fair, it's not hard to get canceled on Twitter.
That is true.
Yeah.
I honestly think he belongs there as well. Mostly for just like child abuse, general murder stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not much else to say about him.
People don't like it when you mess with children. That's or animals. That's it.
He doesn't quite make it to Do Not Pass Go.
Yeah, I feel like he's good here.
Yeah.
All right. Who is that?
Oh, this is Foss, a Fossophyllite from Land of the Lustrous. This is my pick. Foss is actually a pretty interesting character because like they end up doing a lot of stuff in the end. Well, it's still going, but like as the series goes on, they kind of get more and more like messed up, and they literally like lose themselves. Like they start to like become a different person. It's a really interesting character arc, and yeah, I highly recommend the show. It's really, really underrated, and the manga. But yeah, I think they're like poor little Meow Meow because I do kind of get it. I mean, Foss isn't really relatable because they're not human, but I like just knowing what they went through. Is pretty horrible. Yeah, so somewhere like here probably.
Okay, Poochie.
Yeah.
So I feel like this one's gonna be a little bit okay. So what exactly was his worst deed? I'm trying to think. Like, does he even kill anybody?
I mean, he kills the crew at the end of the series.
Well, okay. Yeah, but like
he kills he also does like he kills a few people in the prison. Like he kills all those people to like create the green baby.
Yeah.
And also a few other people like the guard and that one guy with the anger stand.
Wait, which one was that?
It was Survivor, I think.
Oh, was that the one with the? Oh, was that the one that pissed you off? Okay, no. Was that the green little annoying piece of garbage one?
No,
that's
no, no, no.
no,
That
that's
was the yellow.
that's Yo-Yo
Yo-Yo
Ma.
Ma. That's the. I was talking about the yellow one that like makes you angry at people.
Let me look this up.
It's called Survivor, I think.
Survivor JoJo stand. Why am I blanking on this? I just read this recently. Okay, who was the stand user?
It was like some like. So it was just some guy who was like.
Was it one of the guards?
No, it was some. It was like this. It was like some short like. It was just some short like prisoner that I think that again dies.
Was that the one that escaped?
No, I think he got like Poochie killed him for something.
Okay,
Well, it's been a hot second since I've read part 6 as well, so
yeah. Okay, I'm kind of forgetting. You know, it really sucks because I just read this too. I mean, okay, he wanted to attain heaven essentially, and I mean, honestly, I don't really think he's that bad of a person.
Yeah.
Compared to a lot of characters on this list, like
I think so too. Yeah.
I guess he's just shades of gray.
Yeah. Mel, I don't know if Shades of Grey.
Do you think he belongs in Misunderstood?
Or
even doing their best. Like, do you think he's there?
I don't know.
This is a hard one, honestly.
Yeah, because a lot of it is just kind of Dio's influence.
So I haven't like read all of part
part 6, yeah.
Part 6. I know what happens in broad strokes. Seems like a bit more of like a selfish personal ambition, sort of.
I mean,
yeah.
So
and he does achieve his goal.
Honestly, yeah.
He does achieve his goal. That's the thing.
Because he does. He is pretty pretty spiteful, honestly, towards all the people that try to get him the.
I mean,
he crew.
Is. I mean, I guess he's narcissistic, but honestly, he's just kind of like. I don't know. I feel like Shades of Grey is a little bit more. Like. I think that's.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's.
I mean, is there like really like good he's trying to accomplish? Like,
I mean, he's trying to achieve Dio's idea of heaven. It's unclear whether he genuinely believes that to be the best case scenario for humanity, or if he's just like doing it because he is doing it for Dio.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think he's not really a bad person. That's the thing, and not at all.
Yeah.
Like he's close to God, I guess. So whatever that gives you, he'll get brownie points for that, I guess. Like if he like goes to hell or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't really kill that many people. That's the thing. He kills like a couple of like just nameless, faceless people, and I guess killing anyone is just bad. But
yeah.
Oh yeah, and then I guess he kills Foo Fighters. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that too. Damn.
I'm surprised you forgot about that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's like a greater good that would like move him up to Shades of Grey, but.
Yeah, I think he might be the very bottom of Delightfully Devilish.
Yeah, I guess because he's not like awful.
It's like misdemeanors compared to some of the other crap we're dealing with, but.
Yeah. All right,
Next is,
this picture is a little bit misleading because that's his redesign. We're talking about the original one, not.
It's different.
Okay, so this is the one from Sukiar / the new Melty Blood Type Illumina. The one that I want to talk about is the old one because the old. Now I don't know what the new one does, so just I don't watch the video. But. Basically, I don't want to spoil too much, but he's it's a little sad what happens to him. He is in love with the white woman, with the one of the first white women, and he essentially this isn't okay. He kind of creates his. He's kind of like Orochimaru, who creates his own form of immortality by taking a bunch of bodies over and over and over and over again. And he's like been reincarnated like 17 times, to the point where he's kind of lost himself. And he's also has multiple forms. He's you do feel bad for him a little bit, and and he also takes over characters. I did get spoiled a little bit for Sukiyar. He does do some weird shit in that, but that's technically a different timeline. So, all right, he does do some bad shit. So he for one reason is canceled on Twitter.
You think so?
Yep.
All right.
So he is probably where Nanaya and Cornelius are.
Okay. Next up is Rosine.
Oh, and by the way, that's an actual quote from the visual novel. That's not like a joke. That's not like me.
Which one?
He is in love with a white woman. That is an actual.
Oh my god.
The quote is Michael Roa Valdemang. Was in love with the white woman. Let me look it up. Oh my god, I really hate Microsoft Bing. I hate it. Okay, just kind of pause the recording a little bit here. You know what I mean? Sorry.
Yeah.
This is important, I promise. He's also the best character in Melty Blood for whatever that tells you. He's a kind of a war crime in that game, but all right. Yep, found it. Here you go. Here you go.
So the white woman is like her title, right?
No.
Oh, it's that white woman?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that is not going to spoil who that is, but because that character is a big spoiler character, but so he's definitely canceled on Twitter tier.
Damn.
But you do feel bad for him. Okay, next character.
Rosine.
Oh, Rosine. Okay. Unironically, one of the best characters in Berserk, in my opinion. This character is a fantastic character. However, so you do feel bad. Okay, is she misunderstood? Because listen, she obviously, her
I don't think I wouldn't say misunderstood. She is like definitely a child, but I think there's like enough. She is a product of the trauma that she had to face, but I think at her age she knew enough of. She did understand what she was doing was wrong,
and just kind of went with it.
Well, here's the thing. So, with her, she was like trying to create this like dream world, and Noah and I were talking about this. She's basically like a messed up Peter Pan.
Yeah.
And okay, now there's a lot of really awful stuff that happens in her world, but I don't think that's really her fault. I think it was like the she kidnaps children and takes them to this world, which she believes is like for the best, because she hates the world. And I don't know. Do you think she's poor little Meow Meow?
No. I think she is definitely a child, but I think she had like enough of a
that grasp on her situation.
Yeah, that she should have known way better. It's
I don't know. Yeah, you might be right with that.
You definitely feel for her, but she's not.
Yeah, maybe delightfully devilish.
Yeah, very low delightfully cut. Yeah, she's.
Whoop, damn it.
Um,
Next up is Rossyu
Yeah,
from
from Gurren Lagann.
uh,
You don't like him?
you can get where he was coming from, but it's also really easy to hate him for what he did.
Definitely, yeah. And
He
especially
also-
in a series like Gurren Lagann, where the themes are so
Roll,
counter
roll,
to
fight
Rossyu's-
the power.
Exactly. It's so counter to Rossyu's philosophy and worldview.
Yeah. What was the worst thing he did?
He almost had Simon executed, didn't he?
Yeah, he straight sentenced Simon to death.
Yeah. Okay. But like, and then he almost killed himself. I remember him almost committing suicide. And then
Yeah, because he generally felt bad about what he did, but I that's not one of the things we count against him.
I'm tempted to put him in doing their best, because I genuinely feel like he tried the best he could given
the
his
circumstance.
situation.
He just failed to grasp the like Gurren Lagann. He
thought he was in a different series, pretty much.
he's like a real world pragmatist in
The hyper real hyper shonen universe of
Yeah.
Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
he made the show kind of depressing for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because he was trying to protect the world, right? So what he was doing, what he thought was good, and it's not like he was he wasn't, even if he did sentence him to death, okay, but he wasn't going to create the world into this horrible horrible awful place. He was trying to bring order, right, to the world.
Yeah.
And obviously once the anti-spiral came in, that complicated things, so he had to and he kind of failed. That's the thing.
Yeah, still sentencing Simon to death for a mistake was it's a bit much.
Yeah.
So do you think he belongs a little higher? I think he's fine where he is, but
Yeah, me too.
all right. I think FMA is probably another series that I should not spoil for myself. I've heard of this. Okay, yes, I'll be.
Yeah, this is Roy Mustang. He's one of the more popular characters in the series. Personally, I think he's. I'll be vague about this, but I think Shades of Grey. Because he has done some awful stuff, genuinely, but he's in a similar situation to Endeavor, I think, in that he is trying to do better and atone for his mistakes somewhat. Yeah, that's all I'll say it for him right now, I think.
I saw FMA, but yeah, I think that's a good place for him.
Mm-hmm. Next up is Shiki. Hello?
Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this character we actually put on here by accident. I was trying to put the character from the second to last movie of Kara no Kyokai, the blonde character, and I honestly thought his name was Shiki as well.
Oh yeah.
And I thought maybe I misunderstood that, but that's who we wanted to put here. So we'll still just do.
Yeah,
Ryogi,
I mean,
right?
I think Shiki is worth talking about, anyways.
Yeah, we'll still put Ryogi here, but yeah, that was the character I wanted. And if we were going to put that character, I think he would probably belong in Cancelled. But
yeah, probably maybe even higher, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, he did try to sell drugs, I guess. But all right, yeah. Ryogi. What was exactly the worst thing? I mean, she just kills some ghosts.
Yeah, I mean, also there's her.
From I think she goes from totally amoral to gotten better.
She's trying,
I mean,
there's also Shiki all caps, which is the Shiki. It was the murder personality, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Which one are we including? Is this the original?
I was thinking this would just be a composite like Diablo.
Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah.
Uh, hmm.
So that one's worst deeds are like trying to kill Mikia and um
And just shanking a few people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
and I mean, you know, she tried to kill some drug addicts, like okay. I mean, okay, well okay, hold on, let me rephrase that. Like there's nothing wrong with drug addicts, like hold on. Let me stop it.
Walk that back a bit.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to say something, but like I'm just like the way it's coming out is just really bad. But the point is that like it's not like she's like personally killing people, or doing like she's not like super petty. She's just like killing people that get in her way, kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I think like the way you like describe misunderstood, where it's just like weird psychology going
Yeah, I
on.
think I was thinking misunderstood as well.
She's just an oddball.
Yeah.
She's in an odd situation, yeah.
In before Johan bias.
Okay.
Sakura.
So
I don't know
listen.
about y'all, but she's my poor little meow meow.
Yeah.
All right, listen. I will be nice, but I don't like Sakura. Okay, no, okay. It's difficult. I want to like her because she's really cute and just like, you know, head pat, I guess. But listen, she does do a lot of terrible stuff, and I do think she should be higher.
I know, like, there's a lot going on with like, uh, ba- not being totally in control of her faculties. So
Yeah, she has a lot of
well,
external pressures on her when she does a lot of that stuff.
Dark Sakura is her without her inhibitions that make her like the good person that she is.
But also Angra Mainyu like bearing down on it. But also like Angra Mainyu kind of fused with her in some way.
Yeah, but we should talk about Dark Sakura, right? Like that.
Well, yeah.
That is her.
That is like that's the only reason she's Dark Sakura is the only reason she's on here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she does murder a bunch of people.
Murdered a bunch of people. So does she.
She eats people, which is fucking weird. And okay, listen. So I won't count the alternate endings because there is a reason why she pissed me off. If you've read the visual novel and get some of the bad endings, you'll know. But
Hey,
that's
my waifu too. You don't see me freaking holding that.
She did what to your waifu now?
Freaking basically ate her. Like,
I mean, Gilgamesh did it too, but we all love Gilgamesh, you including you. But anyways, yeah, I don't think she's like even like as bad as some of the characters above her. Now that is like the most people die when that is the most people die when they are killed sentence I could have said there. But I don't think she's as bad as the characters in like, okay, scroll up a little bit. Yeah, she's definitely not as bad as this Special Place in Hell. And I think she's probably in the middle when it comes to this type of character. She definitely does a lot worse than, you know, Asagami Fujino, but she's nowhere near as bad as Kohaku. However,
like action wise, she's like a world ending calamity, but like
I feel like that's something out of her control, honestly.
She's not really totally in control of her faculties.
I would put her above Nero personally, but
she's not quite herself.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't think Shades of Grey. Okay, now listen, I do think that this is like a good tier for her, and it makes sense because, like, you know, if she wasn't Dark Sakura, she would not be on this list at all. But it's just fucking Nasu's writing, man. Why does he have to piss me off and make good characters? Why does he have to make well-written characters, man? You hate to see it.
Yeah.
But listen, Sakura I struggle with her. She is like one of the most complicated characters for me, and I want to like her because she's so fucking cute. and you want to hug her, but then she does awful shit, and then she kills my favorite characters, and it's just like, fuck, bro.
You have no problems with Melt or BB though.
Yeah, Melt is great. She can sit on my face.
Bias.
Melt did just as bad things as Dark Sakura, except freaking on purpose.
That's okay. She can get it. It's totally fine. All right. I'm joking, but no, I'm not. But yeah, so just leave her as she is.
Yeah. Next is Sasuke.
Oh, the boy, bro. We suck him off, bro. Really?
I think
really.
So. Okay. Well.
Wow.
Okay. I think he. I don't think he did everything right. I don't think he's like fully. I don't think he. Like he had a fully formed idea. I don't think he had a fully formed ideology, but I think he was fully justified in his actions. In his actions that he took against Konoha.
I will partially agree with you because, yeah. Listen, he had like one of the worst lives in Naruto. I mean, if you really think about it, who suffered worse than him? Like,
I mean, yeah, he really went through it.
Like maybe Nagato or Itachi, but like, yeah, his life was terrible. Like,
Since I didn't quite finish Naruto, how does he stand on murdering civilians?
Okay, so he killed.
For a while, he was kind of cool with it. He was planning to just destroy Konoha for a little while. He did kind of like get over that and try to do something more constructive with it.
So in the beginning, if you remember, he did think that killing people was wrong because that was something he thought Itachi would do. And,
yeah.
Everything that Itachi does is bad, and like he thought that like whatever Itachi would do is considered evil, so he didn't want to do that. But by the way, we are going to get hounded for this, but bring it on.
I'm ready. Yeah,
but bring it on because we love Sasuke. I think he's probably more in doing their best, but you know what? Just for shock factor, we're gonna leave him here.
Yeah.
And he kills a couple samurai.
Who cares? Okay. Like Kakashi kills triple the number that Sasuke has killed like every week. And
no, way more. Like listen, this is Naruto. You kind of have to kill people. Minato has killed many people. Like some of the best, most wholesome characters have killed many, many people. Jiraiya
exactly,
probably.
And I'm saying that because like people give Sasuke guff for killing people. Again, he for a while he had a rule against killing people, making him like one of the only Naruto characters to do that. So technically, he technically is above a lot of those characters in that regard.
Yeah, and like he does do. I think the things that people get pissed off is in the fight versus Danzo, he does kill Marin or Karin. Yeah.
I feel like that was kind of a low point.
Who the hell is Marin? Oh wait.
Oh no.
Oh wait.
Oh god.
I hate it here.
Like years before she existed.
Yeah.
But yeah, Karin was kind of a low point, and honestly, I think it was just a little bit out of character for him. But he was going through.
No, it wasn't out of character. He wanted to kill Danzo, and Danzo was like the number one target for him to kill for a very long time. And him and like the other people. Yeah.
He was in a bad place at the time, I think. I think that was probably the low point of his character, like morally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. That's why that's my favorite point of Sasuke. Kage Summon.
But like, did we really care about Karin that much?
Nope.
Yeah, so therefore he did nothing wrong. Anyways, another One Piece character, Sengoku. Okay. He is a character that doesn't really get talked a lot about in terms of like morality, but I think he is worth talking about. Like, people forget that like he authorized the destruction of Ohara, and he did a lot of dubious stuff in at Marineford. But he also raised Corazon and stuff like that. So some people like him. I think he's definitely shades of gray. Maybe a bit higher on the list though, because I think he's might be comparable to someone like Full Frontal, honestly, in terms of like what he does.
Is this the one where the backstory is scary, or is the backstory is the My Hero Academia character? Is that the one where he's scary, or the people, or his backstory is very sad, or
His backstory is pretty sad. This might be a controversial pick for some people, but honestly, I think he is poor little Meow Meow. He definitely like. I feel like he's definitely a product of. He was basically like groomed by All for One to be like, you know, the next supervillain to take on One for All, and I kind of hoped that the story would make him more of an independent threat, but it doesn't look like that's where things are going as of the manga.
His name is Shigaraki, right?
Shigaraki, yeah, that's him.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyways, I feel like he's definitely out of all the characters in My Hero Academia, he's the most that's like, you know, he maybe could have been good at some point, but
yeah,
you know, it just wasn't in the cards for him.
Okay, Shinji. Number 1.
Sorry, my boy did nothing wrong. Screw it. Freaking yeah. He is a timid. He's frustratingly timid. He is kind of a coward. But we'll give him too much shit. And
wait a minute, didn't he like rape somebody?
He did not rape her, but
I know he masturbated over her.
He is very much Twitter cancel worthy.
Yeah,
land him in jail, but
for that at least I feel like doing his best.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's your call.
Is this? Are we gonna do this as a shock factor thing? Because like
this guy just can't catch a break. I mean, at that point, he was basically catatonic.
Catatonic.
He
like just kind of emotionally like.
I guess you could put him down to doing his best, but freaking.
Well, do we want to do this for a shock factor thing, or like?
I mean, I feel like even putting him in this tier would be shocking for some people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like people hate this character, but he like.
I mean,
do you think he gets way too much shit, or?
Well, like he tries to get better, and like you know that meme where like someone like comes out of their shell gets hurt and like goes back in.
Yeah.
Or the meme where it's like the boxing guy's like, oh, I'm about to do something. Oh shit, they got hands, or like.
Not like that one, but
okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. With like, I'm gonna step out of my box, and it's like, bam, gets hit, never again.
Yeah, that's Shinji, and there are some apocalyptic results of what happens to him that also aren't his fault. He is like this dude's being dragged around and used.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was the one scene at the start of the end of Evangelion movie where he does a thing, but that's wasn't okay at all. But fucking someone needs to cut this dude a break. He's had enough.
Now to the complete opposite.
Yeah, other end of the spectrum. I don't think we'll get any.
No.
Really?
No. Canceled on Twitter. No. He is not that high. He is not in a special place. Really?
Shinji's awful, but at the very least, there is room to feel bad for him.
I guess that is true. Yeah.
I think he's just like below Nana, below Tono, or below Roa. Yeah, below Roa, I'd say.
He's straight terrible at just completely, but
And Sakura still loves him.
Loves him. It's
Yeah,
it's a
she's
strong word, maybe.
She does. Yeah.
she still loves
she,
him.
she genuinely cares for him.
How
Yeah.
awful he is.
Man, that's just such a sad situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. If I ever met like a Sakura person in real life, I would just give her a very, very long hug.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Shinji's attitude and like just a lot of his bad traits are a product of his upbringing and just being neglected in favor of Sakura, who was also like who was, to be fair, was also abused horribly,
Yeah.
including by him. But like he is like horribly neglected and mistreated by his grandfather too, which caused him to resent her. It's not at all an excuse at all.
I do think he
he's still
takes
an
it. I think he takes it
absolutely
with
horrible
me.
person for what he's done, but
he is what?
he's horrible for what he's done. But you can see how he got there and how unfortunate it is.
Yeah, and I don't think he's quite.
There's fate properties where you can see how he could have been. How could he could have been a better person? Mainly Fate Extra.
Yeah, Fate Extra Shinji is like the cool Shinji.
So the Prisma Iliad version of Shinji is weird. He is like simultaneously he is like worse than like main Stay Night Shinji, although that might not be his actual personality. Because
that's weird.
him as sort of a zombie.
I mean, that's that's Type Moon for you.
Yeah.
And like once he like figured out what he was, he like felt extremely bad about what he's been doing.
Does he ever apologize to Sakura or like?
Not that I know of.
Okay. So
I think like even like extroverts, one, they're not related.
So there's a character in FGO who a lot of people call Blonde Shinji, and that character like does do terrible shit. But in one of the most recent stories on NA, he's like kind of a badass.
Yeah, that's a Grand Order thing. It like figures out a way to make everyone sort of a good guy,
or just cool. Like, so why do you think he's in a special place in hell? Because listen, I understand, and I know you like Sakura, so like,
again, a rapist.
I think he takes it way past what is understandable for what he's been through. Like it's at this point, just kind of indulging in it. But I do get what you mean. Upbringing and all that. I'm just saying, I think I'll agree with the canceled on Twitter tier, honestly.
Yeah, because if he's there, then a lot of characters above him would have to move up to a special place in hell.
I have zero blame for you putting him in special place of hell. I think that's that's also a completely fair assessment.
But I think he's, if anything, believe it or not, he hasn't done enough.
Really?
For why he's not.
But where would you?
Believe it or not, I think the reason why my justification for why he is not higher is because of his backstory, and also he hasn't done enough compared to the characters above him. I'm not even joking. Like there are more characters that we're going to talk about that are like way worse than him.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily about just straight up how evil is this person. It's also about how much do you hate them, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shinji is goddamn hateable.
Because he is insufferable.
Yeah, he is insufferable, but
100% insufferable. Like if we're talking hating him, he goes above Bone Druid and Griffith. Those two are like, despite it being absolute hateable bastards, are also like cool characters as well.
Yeah, Shinji doesn't even have cool powers going for him.
Yeah, Shinji's not even cool. He's just like pathetic and
yeah. Okay, I think he should stay and cancel on Twitter because
I'll concede to that.
Just because of honestly, should we move the tier above below cancel on Twitter? No.
Nah.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going.
This is a character from Aldnoah Zero, I believe.
Flame Troyer. There's a reason this guy has an entire subreddit dedicated
Okay.
to him. This is a simp lord.
Is he worse than Obito or like Sanji?
Yeah, worse than Obito. He like co-opted like the entire Martian army somehow, just because he was mad that someone tried to assassinate his the girl he had a crush on.
The question was,
Wow.
was it written by the same guy as the guy who made Fate Zero?
The first episode was written by Urobuchi. The rest of it was like done by, I don't know, people who fumbled it.
Okay, I see.
It's not exactly a great show,
Mm.
even in the slightest bit. But this dude is infuriating. Although he has his cool moments. He genuinely has like the political navigation skills. Again, he like co-opts an entire army out of being basically a slave. But his motivations and like his sheer pettiness is like infuriating. I would bring him. Let's see.
That's not a One Piece character right next to him. Be very
No,
mad.
it is a One Piece character actually.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sure that whole subreddit would want me to put him in special place in hell. I don't think he's quite that bad though. Do not pass go. Like,
all right. Maybe
this guy's a piece of work.
Where would
Oh,
you
boy.
put him? Like in that tier?
maybe around this. Yeah, around these guys maybe.
Okay. Have you seen Eden Zero? Or...
Hmm?
Have you seen that show? Or
No, I haven't. I'm just guessing.
It's not really worth the watch.
okay.
Yeah. And speaking of pathetic, Spondum from One Piece. This one is kind of personal for me. This guy is just probably the single most hateable character in One Piece. Not just because he's a weak and pathetic little bitch, and not just because he, authorized thousands of people to die, because he made Robin cry. And just for that, goes up here.
Oh no! Oh God, no!
But joking aside, this guy is genuinely a piece of work. Like he is like he's like I said, he's the worst kind of villain because he's like the realist kind of villain. Like he's he's smart enough and like sharp. He's smart enough and convincing enough to like make it up to a position of power without any real qualifications. And he pretty much just uses that power to just get away with all kinds of petty, awful shit. And like, Robin should have killed his ass, I swear. Yeah. Fuck Spondum. Next one.
Okay, I have to leave for that one.
Is that the Team Fortress? Is that the Team 4-star logo or something?
No, it's no, isn't that the homunculi?
Yeah, this is the homunculi from Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
Do I have to leave or?
Yeah. Yeah, sure. So this is just them as a group, I think. So, I'll be honest. I think most of the homunculi are like, as a unit, are pretty. I wouldn't say they're just misunderstood, but they're definitely like shades of gray. Because, like, we know because of greed that the homunculi can get like they can turn to the good side, and we know from envy that like they have some reservations about their position and maybe even feel jealous of people of humans. But yeah, they're not fully human, so I can't say that they're fully evil. They might actually be like delightfully devilish because they are, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure they would like quite get to Shades of Grey. There's like
Yeah, because most of them are just genuinely
a little bit of
nasty.
inherent evil kind of thing going on there.
Yeah.
You can like feel their plight, but still.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. All right. Next is Thorfinn.
Okay.
I'm gonna say he's doing his best because I mean manga spoilers, but he is that is basic. I mean, doing his best is basically the synopsis of his entire character arc. Like,
yeah,
he did a bunch of horrible shit when he was, earlier in life, and he's spends the rest of manga trying to walk it back.
Yeah, I mean, I already see that like in the second arc where the manga is right now.
Yeah.
By the way, season 2 when
I've like only watched the anime and so far he's just been a frowny face with a knife.
Yeah, I mean I don't blame you for that. He gets a lot more development. I mean, like the season 1 is really just a prologue for the series. That's because the last episode is end of the prologue, and it really is just the beginning of the series.
But, yeah.
Next up is the part 8 villain. So if you want to step out for a bit. So Toru and the Rock Humans. Honestly, I reread part 8 pretty recently, and I feel like I actually kind of sympathize with the Rock Humans a bit when I reread it. Because, again, they're not humans, so it's hard to judge them by human standards. So, and honestly, like, a lot of the stuff they do isn't that much worse than what the protagonists do in turn. And that's kind of a running theme in JoJolion, is that, like, it's not really about the morality. Because, honestly, like, the Rock Humans plan, if they managed to carry it out, would actually help a lot of people. And, yeah, it would be... yes, they'd be making a profit off of it, but they could genuinely like cure diseases and stuff. But yeah, honestly, I feel like the Rock Humans are not inherently evil, so I think they're just misunderstood. Honestly, yeah, probably around a little bit below the Chimerians. All right, and that's where they are. Hello.
Oh, am I good? Am I good?
Yeah, you're in.
Okay. Okay. So I think the rest of these are things I've seen or don't care about, right?
So-
the next one is
Wild.
pretty much.
That's Wild. But what
Wild.
about the second to last one? What's the second to last one?
That's Xeon from Gundam.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm good for
Yeah,
the rest
so
of this.
but Wild, there's like zero nuance to this character. He just goes straight to hell.
Yeah.
He is the edgiest motherfucker.
I feel like he's maybe not quite. He doesn't have that personal touch to make him go to hell, but he's definitely like he's definitely go to jail. Like,
He's like creepy enough. Just
yeah, he is.
I think he's creepy enough that we can like.
I mean, he's kind of funny, believe it or not, because
just
of
like a very over the top and edgy. We're like, good God, why is this guy so awful?
Yeah,
yeah.
I think he's gross enough. I would put him in special place to hell. It's just like
I mean, let's
yeah.
Okay, yeah, fine, we can put him there. But yeah, he does molest a lot of women. He kills a lot of women.
He's just gross in general in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, he's pretty bad. But okay, the man, the myth, the legend, the absolute boy, bro, Yoshikage Kira, the coolest JoJo villain so far. But I love Yoshikage Kira. Top 2 favorite characters. He's so sick. He is so cool. Very well written character. He's the GOAT. The GOAT. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, he likes to kill women a lot, or just people in general. But yeah, specifically women. he does want to live a normal life, but he's a psychopath,
Yeah.
he's a sociopath.
I mean, medical. It's hard to think of an exact medical diagnosis, but
Sociopath.
he's
I,
got
I think I think it's some like weird kind of OCD compared
OCD. Yeah, that's
Yeah, maybe not quite a
like
sociopath, but like
with psychosis. Like yeah, he has that compulsion to kill people.
yeah. I mean, like it's kind of like it's like a drug thing. Like he has to do it, or he like to satisfy himself. He does
Mhm,
it.
mhm.
Yeah. So,
Anyways,
I don't know. What was the worst I mean, just besides killing people, what was the worst thing they did? Like beat up a kid,
I mean,
guess?
maybe trapping Hayato in a time loop or attempting to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think he might be like delightfully devilish because
Yeah, I think so. Because people do like him, and
yeah, I mean, again, it's almost fun to root for him, you know?
yeah, it is.
Like,
And I do
because of-
think he is objectively worse than Poochie in terms of like how bad of a person he is. So
yeah.
I think I think that's a good one.
Next up is Z from AOT.
Zeke Yeager, antinatalist, sort of a internalized racism kind of thing going on with him.
Yeah. I mean, I do think he's
wanted to genocide his own race because he thought it would be just better than
he thought it was
having to live.
putting them out of their mercy, pretty much.
Like you can definitely see where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Like he is quite a tragic character. I think not like I think his whole plan is evil enough to like keep him out of poor little Meow Meow. But
yeah, I think that's I was thinking about it, but yeah, he's really he's just kind of pushed the boundary.
I think it's also like evil enough to keep him out of Shades of Grey. Maybe like yeah.
And maybe at like closer to the bottom then. Yeah.
Or because he's
like I do think he's better than Aaron in some regards. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
It's still a horrible thing.
Yeah, still pretty awful.
Yeah, like
but it's it's like
disturbing trend of like the internalized racism and eugenics kind of.
Yeah, I mean it's like comparing getting like it's like comparing like detonating a ton of TNT in a city versus detonating a nuke in a city.
Yeah.
Both of them are awful. One of them is just slightly less awful.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that you did a very good job picking out a portrait for Yoshikage Kira. That's a great picture of him.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice one.
Yeah.
Anyways, Zeon.
Oh, also, I don't want to spoil where Zoken's gonna go, so don't.
Yeah, I mean, I think we know.
Yeah, we know, but I want to tell.
Totally. Yeah. All right.
Zeon, the sort of space freedom fighting force that always ends up worse than the oppressors every single time now.
Interesting.
So like you have like just like general oppression, like lack of rights for people in space. And so what crops up is basically space fascists instead. Literally intentionally getting people killed just so they can rule people easier. Just a general sort of what's the word? Imperialist attitude toward the entire sphere.
Yeah.
So not good starting off. That brand gets beaten, and from then on, there are like just constant terrorist factions who mostly operate by throwing large objects at the earth and killing as many civilians as possible. Also, Haman Karn was a pedophile.
Oof. So
Literally,
cancel on Twitter.
What was that? Was that the woman?
yeah, literally lost.
Oh, that was Gundam 5?
No, that's oh no, you're thinking about Victory Gun. No, that's something else. Mon Carney, I'll like post a picture of her somewhere, but she lost a war fighting with another guy, fighting over who got better, a 14-year-old boy or a 10-year-old girl.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
War, they were winning because like the Earth Federation just didn't fight back at all, and the kids proceeded to kick their asses. So
Huh.
I mean, not a great movement. But they are like a very cool faction. It's like people love them for a reason. I'd give them delightfully devilish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they've got cool aesthetics.
Yeah, where
Would you say they're like above or below the homunculi?
I'd say above. Like they're
Yeah.
Okay.
And finally, Zoken.
All right. I have a lot of things to say about this man. So he is responsible for the tragedies that happened to Sakuramato, or another last name. He basically like ruined a lot of people's lives, like Shinji, Karya, of course Sakura.
Yeah.
He kills he does kill a lot of people. He's just a genuine piece of shit. And if he won, he was planning to basically, obviously use Sakura as like a womb for Agamemnon, I believe. Was that correct?
Yeah.
And he was going to feed her to the worms, which is just awful.
Yeah.
I think so. Am I missing anything?
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably more, but that about covers it.
He's basically Orochimaru, but kind of worse.
Orochimaru, but like times
way worse.
Yeah.
Orochimaru, if he wasn't restricted by the shonen guidelines.
Probably.
Every bad thing that happens in Stay Night kind of links back to him.
Yeah.
What we got? The Grail War itself. He helped start that.
The only positive thing I could say about him is that in the past he looked kind of cool. Yeah, he has a really cool design in the past.
He was a good person at one point, and that withered away, and he turned into
a wrinkly old bug.
Yeah, and I mean he's technically a pedophile, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, really? Okay.
Yes, the words that violate Sakura are.
Oh, that's him, right? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. What a guy.
So for that reason, I think he is going to be in the highest tier at number 1.
Yeah.
Would you agree that he's above Griffith, Karya?
At least you can find Griffith cool.
At least Griffith is cool.
At least Griffith is charismatic, yeah.
Yeah, and the only reason why Kohaku is not above him is just because of her backstory. With this guy, it's just like, I just became a horrible person for, like, why did he do that? Why did he become a horrible person? Like, what happened?
I think just, like, 400 years of doing magic shit kind of warped.
What 400 years of magic does to a motherfucker is apparently
whatever that is, yeah.
So I don't know why that Fox thing is above everybody else. I'll just kind of take your word for it, but I don't think. Now here's the thing: I don't think Zoken. Okay, Zoken wasn't as scary for me.
Yeah, that's fair. Maybe
he wasn't as scary, but he's still like. Nah, he's kind of scary. I don't know. He doesn't scare me in particular, but like, he's awful. I mean, he's objectively horrible. And yeah. I mean, do you guys find him to be terrifying? Because like I don't know why.
I don't know if terrifying is the right word, but just like icky. Like he's disgusting. Just viscerally like horrifying, I guess.
Because like here's the thing, I don't really think old men are scary. That's the thing. Like I think that's like the biggest problem. Like, if he was like an anime girl, then he would be scary for me. But like, or here's the thing, because Griffith Femto scared me when I was a kid. Not anymore. I think he's fucking cool. So like, imagine that he goes from like being really terrifying to like cool, and that's like, well, that just tells you about how I grew up, but or like, you know, how I've changed. But okay, yeah. So last minute adjustments.
Yeah, anything you might want to.
Okay, let's start. Let's start at the bottom. Okay. I think Sasuke is probably above Asagami Fujino.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, sure.
Asagami Fujino almost did like literally nothing wrong. Like,
yeah.
The worst thing she did was kill some pedophiles.
Yeah.
Well,
kill some rapists. You mean?
Yeah. Well, I think he.
Too.
Yeah, both. But Shinji, I'll just take your word for it. Homer, I'll take your word for it. Thorfinn seems fine. I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. So Rosu, yeah. Misunderstood, I'll take your word for it for the Part 8 villain. And then Meruem, all of those, I'll take your word for it. Shiki, yeah, I guess. It's kind of a weird tier to put her in. Yeah, it's honestly, I feel like she shouldn't be on the list in the first place, but whatever. Itachi, yeah. Agni maybe could be higher, and same thing with Nero. I think Nero is probably higher. I would put him at the bottom of Shades of Grey, because he's not really like, oh, you feel bad for him kind of thing. He's just like unironic. He's just like kind of wholesome for Tsukihime standards, but
the bar is very, very low in that series.
Yeah,
like
Tsukihime, just Natsuverse in general, has some horrible people.
Yeah.
And do we think Agni Shades of Grey too, or?
Yeah, sure. I think he's maybe a bit. Yeah, he's definitely. I think he's Shades of Grey.
Yeah, Kiritsugu. I mean, I think the worst thing. Here's the thing: people don't remember that he cheated in Higher Steel. Like, but like, I don't know. Like, he's fine. I think I'll be nice to Karia because favorite Natsuverse character. But yeah. All right, Lelouch. Yeah, I agree. One Piece characters and Full Metal Alchemist characters, I'll take your word for it. Halsey, is that her name?
Yeah.
Dr. Catherine Halsey.
Catherine Halsey, yeah. I'll take your word for it. I've played the Halo games. I should probably know who she is, but... Oscalot, I agree with. Nagato's perfect. I think Madara's perfect. Aaron, I'll take your word for it. Rosine is a weird case. But yeah, Pucci, once again, just a weird case, but I'll take your word for it. I think Yoshikage Kira is perfect. I think that's the best tier for him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take your word for it for those two series. All for One, take your word for it. Aizen, I mean, he has to be in this tier.
Yeah.
Same thing with Dio. Orochimaru, maybe a little higher, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll take your word for it for the Part 7 and the Hunter x Hunter / My Hero Academia characters. Makima, as much as I love her, yeah, she is kind of canceled, but do you think she's higher?
No, I think that's good. That's a good place for her.
Yeah. Now the Natsuverse rapists, they're all here for that reason. So
everybody's here.
Yeah, that's the reason why they're there. But Mosgus, okay, Mosgus, were we wrong about him? I don't know.
He might be. He might go a little bit higher, maybe. What do you think?
What do you think? Where would you put him, Karya? Because I
definitely cancel on Twitter. But yeah, I don't think he's.
Yeah, let's keep him in cancel because I think it's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, okay. Now, let's be honest. The reason, going back to Shinji, the reason why a lot of people put him in special place in hell is because it's Sakura. Let's be honest. If it was just a random person, he would be where he is. So we have to be objective about that. But
he's still like a very.
I mean, he's still a reprehensible person even without doing
pathetic freaking. He like his interactions with Shiro are awful.
Yeah. You know, it's really funny how Shiro is just like the the most like wholesome protagonist. Like, what does he do wrong? Like in Fate?
Being an absolute insane person for one.
No. But like bad deeds.
You're,
I mean,
I'm going to make you hate him. He was prepared to kill Rin if she like stopped him from saving Taiga.
Oh,
What?
Remember when like they got like pulled over in the bus in like.
Oh my god! Why isn't Kirei? Why isn't Kirei on this list? Why
shit! I forgot about him. I thought. No, I guess I forgot about him.
Yeah, he's delightfully devilish.
Yeah.
We might do a part 2.
No, we don't need to. He's delightfully devilish. We forgot about him.
Yeah, honorable mention Kirei. He's probably like around here or something.
Yeah, I think he's probably like where Yoshikage Kirei is.
Yeah.
Because like he's kind of like a who the fuck are we talking about? Oh shit. No, before that.
Oh, Shinji. Yeah, we're talking about Shinji.
Oh yeah. With Kirei, it's like people like him, and oh yeah, so Kirei almost kills Rin. Like I still like him, so it's fine. Like, well, it's not fine, but like
Kirei is interesting. He's
also just kind of more entertaining. He's just evil in a more entertaining way. I think.
Maybe edit and post. Just put Kirei.
Like what he's like. He's like he knows he's a killer. He doesn't really like that about himself, but he doesn't care enough to stop himself from being that.
And like he does kill his daughter, or doesn't he want to kill his wife and his daughter? Like,
yes and no. He knows he would like have the urge to kill them, and like he knows he would have the urge to kill his daughter, so he sent her away because he still cares about her. Like he again, like I said, he like isn't fond of the fact that he's a murderer. He just doesn't care enough to stop himself from.
Yeah, he doesn't have that kind of.
No, just in editing, edit and post this still image, and then just put Kirei in.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Because we forgot about him, but yeah, that's where he would be because we like Kirei. But yeah, also, what the heck? All right, so. Johan, I'll take your word for it. Light, I agree. Diavolo is actually kind of funny that he's in this tier, but no, never mind. I'll take that back. Yeah, he belongs there. I mean, he's basically like a drug lord, like, right?
Yeah.
Obito, yeah, we might get some shit for that, but I don't know what series that even is. The next one, Eden Zero, or
I'll know a Zero or something.
It's weird from I'll know Zero.
Yeah, Danzo, yeah, he's there. And then Ganishka because of what he is, and then Major something. These are just the tyrants / emperors.
Yeah, the government assholes.
Yeah, and then we have the most edgy, the guy that makes the entirety of Berserk look not edgy because he's in it.
Yeah,
he is.
He shifts the bell curve significantly in terms of like the edge of Berserk.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he is kind of funny.
Person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he is kind of disgusting, but he's also just hilarious. Like how edgy he is because it's like so over the top.
Yeah.
All right, and then One Piece characters. What's the name of that guy? The Made in Abyss character?
Bondrewd?
Yeah, Bondrewd.
Okay, yeah. All right, and then the scariest character on the list, and then Griffith, the goat, and then who likes this guy? Like this is
nobody,
this is Seinen Danzo, like Seinen Danzo and Orochimaru combined, and right there. All right.
Okay. Yeah, so that's our tier list. Thank you everybody for watching this video. If you like this video, make sure to press the like button and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. And heck, if you have any more ideas or about this tier list or any characters we forgot or some other ideas about these characters, leave them in the comments. We would love to see your engagement with this channel.
Yeah, if you want to add characters, like we'll get that we from series that one of us has seen, we'll definitely add it to the list. And yeah, this is a cool idea. Like I said, I really like this list or this like template idea. I think it's just a really interesting concept, like topic. So yeah, feel free.
Yeah,
feel free to leave stuff in the comments if you want to. So all right.
Well, thank you for watching, and good night, everybody.
Peace out.